Long have we waited. Subathon, overrated. Early week, outdated. Friday request stream, overrated. Character giveaways on Friday, activated, man. Holy shit. It's done. That's right. Today, we're doing something a little different. I told y'all, I said last month, we got to move on from just simple items, simple requests, locations. We got to do something more, a little more meaty, a little juicier. So I think today we're gonna do our very first character giveaway stream. That's right, man. It's gonna be a actually, I don't know if it's gonna be a long stream. I was gonna say it's gonna be a long day, but I don't fucking know. I got 2 hours left and then it's over. What if I don't get a character done? What if I don't get a character done? That would be hilarious. Should I just do the Ludwig and just end my stream when the subathon timer ends? Just say nothing, just end stream. See y'all on Monday. Actually, maybe Monday. Ooh, did I say Monday? Ooh, did I say Monday? Did I mean Tuesday? Because I said Monday. And you know...
Chat, we are only 97 subs away from deifying Una. You know what to do. Good doggo will become the one doggo above all.
It's a meme. It's a meme. All right? Stop. Jeez. God damn it. What's up, Floof? What's going on, dude? Thank you for the green dragon check. I am so sorry to say, today you get no green dragon. We haven't had a green dragon in a long time, honestly. I would think that we would have had one in the last couple of months. Statistically, we should have had a green dragon at least once or twice this year so far. But nay, not so, unfortunately. 07's the timer ticks down. That's what we got to do, man. We got to respect it, I suppose. That's right. I said Monday. I meant Tuesday, maybe. I don't know. I'm still considering what day would be better to do an extra stream on. Would Monday be better, so that I'm just live Monday through Friday? Or would Saturday be better, so that I have a weekend day to do weekend streams, so that on Saturday mornings I can do 1v1 D&D with Ella every single Saturday at 10 a.m. PST, MST, 11 CST? I don't know, man. Your PC's finally fixed. That's good to hear, Floof. I'm glad to hear that. PC being broken is not good. Every time my PC breaks, what I just do, I just go buy and replace some parts. You know, I have just an infinite supply of extra motherboards and processors, because I don't have time to wait for mine to be fixed. So what I do is I go in and you buy a processor and a new motherboard, because you're like, something doesn't work in the processor motherboard, you have to buy a new one. So you buy a new one, and then I give the store that I buy all my parts from, I get warranty on that shit. I give them the processor and motherboard. I'm like, is this broken? What's wrong with it? And they come back and they're like, yes, Evan, it was broken, so we gave you a new processor and motherboard. I'm like, great, I already bought one. So now I have a processor and motherboard, and a processor and a motherboard. And I have 2 or 3 working processors and motherboard combos right now. So thank you, Rock, for the gifted sub to HDR Brain. I appreciate it, man. 89 subs. Holy fuck. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Damn, bro. It's very generous of you. Literally one part died and another after another was fixed. Damn, Floof. That's tragic. I hope you have a good I don't know, I don't want to say warranty system, maybe wherever you're going to get your parts. I'm really glad that we have a good computer store here in the city that I live in. Well, they're all over the province that I live in, and kind of actually they're all over Canada now. Regardless, I'm glad that I have a computer store that I have a friend that works at, so I get his friends and family discount. And I all I can say is I wish everyone had the opportunity to get a friends and family discount. $300 keyboard, $100. Anyway, I think a weekday will give you more variety of people, or wait, a weekday or weekend day? Weekend day will give you more variety of people who can watch, but someone who has D&D on Saturday, I can say not having a full weekend sucks. Something, yeah. Now, I was considering Guapo doing a short little campaign with the mods on Saturday morning, you know, as just a fun little, I don't know, man. But you're right, playing D&D on in a morning. The problem is, I prefer to do it on evening, but what evening can we possibly play on that there are people in the East Coast could possibly be a member of? Apparently, I didn't know this. If you, Guapo, maybe you are well traveled, and so you might have known this, but this is news to me. Apparently, like, you know how it's like you wake up some days and it's like later in different time zones. It's like 5 p.m. for you, but for someone else it's like 8, like across the US or whatever on the other side on the East Coast. Apparently they do that every day. I was like, which day do we all just have the same time? Like, I thought maybe Tuesdays we all had like 5 p.m. was 5 p.m. at the same time. Apparently not. So I don't know when we can do it. It's over. PC literally came without a main without the main parts of the motherboard, so it was cursed from the start. Did you buy a pre-built PC, Floof, or did you build your own? You have the important people email me back to tell me I'm important. The problem is I don't know important people anymore, Ashy. I used to know Jackie Felling when she was the commissioner of the LCS, but she got out of that car fire, so do I know anybody important? You know? I don't know, man. 7 days a week VOD watcher. Yeah, alright, relax. The EBA, everything I discovered 3 days ago. Dude, I appreciate it. HCR Brand, I appreciate you being here. I really do. I'm honored. Like seriously, anytime you have a chance to spend any amount of your day here, there's so many other things in the world to do, so many other things in the world that are demanding your attention, or that you could be doing to relax or whatever. So I really am honored when anybody chooses to spend any time here, because that's really you know, it's like it's pretty meaningful to me, so I appreciate it. Everyone knows what a mod is, but no one ever asks how a mod is. Blaze, how are you? All right, fine. How you doing, Blaze? What's up, buddy? How you feeling? How you doing, man? Y'all good? You okay? Mod's good? That's what I fucking thought. All right. I just went to mod voice chat. Guess I'll keep coping. Yeah, I keep coping too, but I mean,
Monkor Evan is asking how his mods are doing. I think he is an imposter, Evan.
I care. I know you're at work, Blaze. I know exactly that you're at work. Thank you 100 bits, Rock. I appreciate that. Gotta get back on the road to Sakurai Crumb. Dude, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. The bits will increase the timer today, but it's not worth it. I'm telling you. Good luck with Physio Thorkin. Hope it's a good one. You know, hope it's chill. Imposter, who are you playing Among
that's
Us?
Just because reality and time isn't real, Evan.
What?
We are inexplicably in our own void, alone, and not even systems like time zones
To create a logic for us to unravel this existential darkness before us? Bro, you need to like move back home to the US and go out to like a ranch and shoot some guns or something. You've gotten too philosophical in your time in Europe, all right? Your coffees have gotten tinier and tinier. You used to go to 7-Eleven and get like the 64 ounce the 64 ounce coffee or whatever. But then you moved to France or some shit, or like Belgium or wherever, and like your coffees just got tinier and tinier and tinier until you were getting like Starbucks Ventis and Starbucks Grandes and Starbucks Tiny A's, whatever the fuck the small Starbucks is. And then you started getting into the tiny European coffees, you know, the little cups that's like, you're like, that's not a real cup. So yeah, it's made you more philosophical. I think we need to put a big old 64 ounce big gulp in your hand and a fucking shotgun with some birdshot, and it send you out to the ranch in a ATV and just get you back, man. We gotta re-Americanize you. So I can help. I can bring some maple syrup, but that's about it. That's because maple syrup they don't have it in Europe. They don't know what maple trees are. So quietly puts the tinfoil hat on. Time is fabrication of the late stage capitalism to make us think we have to operate on a societal time clock. I saw a TikTok where someone was crying about time blindness. You might be right. I don't know. You heard it here first. Big coffee suppresses philosophy. It's true. The smaller your coffee goes, the larger your philosophy goes. It's just, it's an inverted graph, you know. I don't worry about it. Italian viewers blood be boiling right now. No, listen, dude, I ain't saying there's anything wrong with having tiny coffees. I'm just saying that makes you more philosophical, right? Like, how likely is an American with an ATV, a shotgun, and a 64-ounce 7-Eleven drink to question their existential place in the universe? How likely? Not very likely. How likely is an old Italian man with a very tiny coffee and his legs crossed? You know, like the way that old Italian men cross their legs, and you're like, how does that work, man? How you doing that in there? That's, look, they're more likely to think of existential dread. Yeah. Brian did pretty good with that, actually. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think I'll stay with my sake. All right, fine. Listen, if you're drinking 64 ounces of sake, I'm cool with that.
Sounds like the universe is questioning my freedom invades universe to bring it freedom.
Well, amen, brother. They cross their legs so far, it makes you question if there's anything between their legs. No, I don't know, man. Like, they just have this ability. When you have tiny coffee, you're just elegant as fuck, man. You're just sitting there in like some tiny cafe with your like shirt tucked in, you know, just questioning shit. It's amazing. Look, man, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying on the scale of like likelihood to question their existential position in the universe versus coffee size, you can draw correlations. But yeah, I'm thinking about it, Monday versus Saturday stream. I don't know. So I want to do another day. I want to do a 5th day, and I want to do a 5th day for a long time. And I thought I would do it when I was going to come back from my break. That was like a good time. But I still haven't made up my mind on it. So, called having culture. I mean, look, that's fine. That's fine. I absolutely agree with you. You know, I absolutely agree with you, Sienna. It is called having culture. And you guys in Europe do a very good job of having all of America's culture. So, shit, what was in the movie theaters? Never mind. Okay, I'm kidding. We just got jokes. We got jokes, man. Somebody always gets too offended when I'm doing the NA versus EU joke. Someone takes it seriously, man. Someone's just like, this ignorant American. I'm like, I'm Canadian. This ignorant North American. It's like, relax, man. We just got jokes. We got jokes, man. But yeah, I'm thinking about Monday, possibly Saturday, possibly. Sunday is right out. Who the fuck streams on Sunday? I went to Twitch on a Sunday once, and there was 3 people live. All right, and it was XQC, Shy Lily, and Ashy of Heart. So I don't know, man. You know, I can't stream on a Sunday. Right? Nobody's there. Everybody's out, you know, Blaze isn't working, and fucking the mods are off like flying kites or some shit. Like, I don't know what the mods do on Sundays, but I imagine they look like a 1880s family, you know, often like in the park, like pushing around their fucking weird bikes and like flying kites and shit, right? You know, like I don't know what they're doing. But they're certainly not here, and I can't stream with the mods, right? How am I supposed to stream with the mods, or the VIPs at this point? I mean, doxing my secret stream on Sunday because no one else is live. Look, I didn't say it was bad. I'm pointing out the genius of it, but I can't fit in with that crowd. I can't fit in with the Sunday streams crowd. If I did, I'd probably maybe I'll just start streaming on Fridays, or sorry, on Sundays, and just rip off what Faye does completely. Just rip off what I'll do. So like years ago, Ludwig did this stream where he went live when XQC went live, and he had his mods in like an ear, you know, like in his ear, in a special like earpiece or whatever, telling him what XQC was doing. All right. And he would do whatever XQC did for the entire stream. It's like, oh, XQC's doing this tier list from Valorant asses or whatever, and he would do it. I should do the same thing with Faye. I should get my mods to report to me whatever Faye's doing, and I should do the exact thing, you know, that she's doing.
I mean, you literally have her climate map, so.
I do. And you know what? I made the biggest mistake in the world. Viddy, with that map, that I learned my lesson, okay?
1880s Sunday Twitch stream.
Yep.
Bobby Joe went down to the stream
It's
to
fine.
gather water. He didn't come back. We think wolves.
Oh no, not the mods. Oh shit, man. Oh, they went down to the stream. Ah, fuck. Use all the art you've drawn for her to run a campaign in her setting without asking her. That's true, actually. Where are we in the 1880s? I don't know. Either Paris or a West Virginia holler. You do a co-working stream on Sundays, you can work and not talk to people, and I can work and not talk to people, and then maybe more people will come join us and not talk and work, just work. If I don't talk to people, I'll die. So I can't do that, Steph. What are you talking about? We're getting you a little corgi costume. Yeah, we'll just get her giant corgi ass, like plushy corgi ass to put on her butt. And then, you know, I do. So I made a big mistake with Faye, with her map. I fucked up massively. I fucked up massively when I was doing the map on stream with her. The problem is I listened to anything she said. It's always a mistake. Never listen to your clients when you're doing maps for them. Let them give you the information. Give you the information that's on the map. And if it doesn't make sense to you, and it's wrong on the map when you give it to them when it's finished, then that's their problem for being dumb. It's not your problem for not doing it right. And I fucked up. I moved things for her. You know, all you have to do is just walk with confidence when you're making a map. Assume everything you're doing is right. And if the commissioner is just like, ew, the trees aren't in the right place, fuck them, dude.
Insert
you know?
Sansa from Game of Thrones. He's a monster clip.
All right, I'm sorry, Rock. I'm sorry. I guess got a little carried away there. I got carried away. But look, it's true. It's true. All right, you have to be authoritative with commission clients with maps. You know, because like, right? There's gonna be some room for artistic interpretation with a map. All right. And the problem is that a lot of people who commission you to do maps don't have an appreciation for something, and it's because they're not artists, okay? And you have to, as the artist, guide them through this, right? It's like you go to the doctor, you don't have an appreciation for the intricacies of the medical world, so you trust your doctor when your doctor's like, hey man, you need to take these pills and they're gonna make you stay awake all night, and so then you'll sleep all day and you'll start to crave blood, and you're like, what? How will they be a better streamer? And he's like, well, you want to be like XQC, right? Okay, sure, thanks, doc. But you trust your doctor. You have to trust your artist. And so sometimes you as the client, you as the map maker, do something on your map, you know, before you give the map to the artist to do the map for you. You as the map original initial designer, do something that looks a little bit like so I don't want to use too many technical terms on stream, because I start using things like, you know, color compression and like, you know, theory like dissolved theory format and whatever. People don't understand what I'm talking about. But I'll use a technical term here, and it's like just understand that it's like kind of fitting in here, so that like sometimes when you're designing maps, you don't have an appreciation for like how dumb you are artistically. It's like a kind of a technical, like I don't know how to describe it less technically, but like, you know, it's basically how stupid you are. And so you have to trust the artist is going to unravel your dumb and make it not look so dumb. But if you don't have an appreciation for the artist, then, you know, sometimes your tree's got to move, bro. No, it was fun. I had fun with that. Base map is awesome. We're gonna finish it off. But it does sometimes, like I have actually turned, like the only times I've actually had to fire clients in the middle of a project were over maps. They were over maps. Well, to be fair, I have fired 3 clients. Duria, what the fuck? Thank you for 100 bits. God damn it. I've fired 3 clients in the last couple of years. One was because I was drawing a character and they kept getting me to do revision after revision after revision. I was like, hey, I'm sorry. We've gone in a circle here. What do you want? Like, I think are we good here, or like, what's up? And they're like, I'm just not happy with it. I want to keep doing revisions. And I'm like, I don't charge for revisions because I try and work with people, but there's kind of a limit where I'm like, we're good. So I was like, you know what? I clearly am not getting this right for you. So let's just can the whole thing. And I did like a couple of hours of work for them before. And what do you mean no TTS? Where's the TTS? I mean, thank you for the bits, Sam, but okay. No, I'm calm. I'm calm. I'm just. It's just. I'm just waiting for it. I'm waiting for the TTS. The entire time. I mean, thank you for the bits, but why? There's no TTS. Who's gonna be the first person to say something that isn't a bits cheer and fucking ruin it? The first person. I bet it's gonna be Rock. Thank you, Crimson. Thank you, Steph. Thank you, Viddy. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Cross Streams. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. But also, where's the TTS? Where's the TTS? Buy log. Buy log. It was buy log. Thank you, Rock, for the 100 bits. So yeah, I decided. I said, hey, sorry, we can't work together. Like, I'm not. Here for some suck. That's worse. That's somehow worse. And also, the timer's back above 2 hours. God damn it. Okay, thank you for the 690 bits. I guess, Aduria. So I fired the client, and they said, wait. I'm okay with this revision. And it was like 3 revisions ago, and I'm like, then why didn't you say that? Like, well, I just wanted to see what else we could do. I was like, no, okay, fuck this. The other 2 people I fired were maps because they were just so pedantic. It's 400 bits with no TTS. You could have TTS 4 times. Why? No, I am untrollable today. Today, I am untrollable. I am zen. I am zen. 412. Okay. All right. Steph thinks she's funny. She's got jokes. She's got fucking jokes, apparently. God damn it. Because, like, what am I supposed to say? Just thanks for 400 bits, Rock. Thanks for the 420 bits, Steph. Thanks for the 300 bits, Viddy. With no TTS? What if somebody new just came in here and is like, why are these people giving bits with no troll, no TTS, nothing to this fucking strange man yelling about how he fires clients? Okay. I'm gonna drink my water and we're gonna get into the project today. So, oh God. All right. Today, we're doing something different for a Friday. Normally, we do sketch giveaways for requests on Fridays. We do items. We do monsters, we do locations, things for your D&D game. And I stay away from characters because 2 reasons. 1, characters are tough, man. They take a long time, right? They take a long time to do a character. It's not like I can get 5-6 requests done. I'd probably get like 1 or 2 done in a day. And the second problem is that D&D players get weird about their characters. You know, they know exactly what they want. They don't want any artistic interpretation. They don't say, Evan, I've got this rogue. He's got long hair pulled back into a ponytail, dark complexion, mysterious looking air of secrecy to him, a studded leather vest of some variety enchanted with runes of power. Can you please show me what he possibly could look like? Give me a sign, Evan. Show me what you're capable of as an artist. No. When you ask somebody, hey, let me draw your character, they're like, well, he's got the guy who plays Jon Snow's eyebrows. He's got the guy who plays Robb Stark's mouth, okay, but his face shape looks a little bit close to Jack Black. Unfortunately, though, he's got the hair of Henry Cavill as Geralt, when he would shave his head, though. So it's got little prickly whites or whatever, you know, bits of hair or whatever. He's got 3 scars precisely going down his face. 1, 2, 3 in this exact angle, starting here, going to here, precisely. At that point in time, we have to check out. So we're gonna do something different today. We are going to do character adoptions. Actually, we're gonna do character adoptions. So we're gonna do chat builds a character. Chat builds a character. I got 2 little base templates because it takes a while to do the measuring and stuff, and I don't want to do it on stream because it's not fun, because it's not design work. So I did 2 little base templates here. We got our one character sketch we did the other day for Bylong. We're gonna do 2 more. We're gonna try and do 2 more today if we have time. In which we will then, at the end of it, we'll decide on what class, what features, all those things. I want to do an Aasimar and an elf. I don't know, maybe we should have done like we should have done like we could do like a base and then figure out what, you know, tiefling or whatever. But I kind of really want to do an Aasimar, and I kind of want to do some kind of an elf or half elf. So we're gonna do these characters today, and then when I'm done with the sketches, we're gonna put them up for adoption. So if you want them for an NPC in your game, or if you're like, oh shit, bro, that's a PC I want to play. I want to figure out their story. I want them to be a player character that I have in my pocket that I'm going to play in my Friday game with my 3 friends that all smell like Cheetos dust and 7-Eleven taquitos. That's fine. You can play it. All right. And we'll try and make this like sort of database at the end of it of all these character sketches that people are using and stuff for their own game. They get to name them. They get to, I mean, I guess, yeah, we can do naming, and then we'll put them in an archive. We'll put them in a like a gallery or whatever, so everyone can use them for NPCs in their game if they want. But one person will get to name them and have them canonically in their game if they so choose. I played 3 goblins in a trench coat as a character once with 2 other players. Got to commission that sometime. That is, I have never been asked to do 3 of anything in a trench coat. The only time I was ever asked to do something is when somebody said, hey, can you do... yeah, I forgot what that was. They said, Evan, you do character commissions, right? I'm like, yes. And they're like, awesome, I have a character. And I was like, great. How much is it for a character? And at that point in time, I just had quote straight up prices. And I was like, it's like $100. And they're like, great, cool. I have a character. Their names are like Flit and Timber or whatever, something like that, or Flint and Tinder. And and they're twins, and they are my they are my artificer. And I was like, oh, so you want 2 characters? No, Evan, they're 1 character. The 2 of them together, they're 1 character. So they're siblings, they're twins. They're like Vex and Vax from Critical Role. I'm like, they're like, but they act together in a turn, so they share a square and they do stuff together. And so when they attack, they like attack together or whatever, you know. So when they have multi-attack, one of them attacks and the other attacks, whatever, but it's same stats. So it's 1 character sheet, but it's like the 2 of them together, and they like, you know, they have like one's wearing like 1/2 of a coat, and the other's wearing the other half of a coat, and then they're like they have like all their like mechanical stuff. And I was like, so you want 2 characters? Like, no, it's 1 character. I'm like, if I'm drawing 2 characters, it's gonna be double the price. You understand this, right? Well, no, because you said it's $100 per character, and it's only 1 character sheet. And I'm like, bitch, you trying to fucking pull one over on me? As if, what it was, I was so, like, I've never understood this interaction. I was so confused to what they expected me to be like, oh, shucks, you got me. Ah, dang it. Yep, you're right. You're right. 1 character. Let me see the character sheet. Ah, you're right. There's 1 character sheet with 2 names on it. Ah, man. I guess I'm doing 2 characters for you. I'm doing both your fucking weirdos. Like, it was such a that person plays in their D&D games and does like I got you, DM. Now you have to do what I'm like. I found some little intricacy in the rules that I got you, and the DM has never said, what do you mean you got me? Okay, rocks fall and kill you. Anyway, does anyone else got me? Like they never had that DM experience with them. So they tried to do that with me, and I wasn't sure what to do. So I just said, I'm sorry, bro, but that's too much work. You know? That's like asking me to do a character, but saying they have another character shaped wing on the one side of their face. So I don't know, man. That was another client I fired. Been bamboozled, stun locked, roll for advantage on artists. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what I was supposed to. Trying to waste time because they have nothing else to do. Do you think that was? Do you think that was it, Guapo? Do you think they were actually confident in their ability to try and get a bonus character out of me, or do you think they were just bored? Like, do you think they were serious, or do you think that's beyond the realm of seriosity? Calling corporate, yeah. Reminds me of put my Pathfinder character description, personality, and stream topics. What is your? Okay, hold on. What is your Pathfinder character's personality? Let's see. Ethnicity, cat. Nationality, cat. Birthplace, farm. Age 2. Gender/pronouns, His Majesty. Height, 1 foot. Weight, 12 pounds. Cat wearing a tuxedo and top hat and a cat cane. Attitude, expectant. Beliefs, better than you. Likes, things he likes. Dislikes, everything else. Catchphrases, meow, but like as a refined gentleman. And this is the kind of requests I get, man. This is what I'm talking about. This is what we get, man. All right, so we're gonna start off with one of the characters. So for the beginning of this, eventually I want to be able to take requests, and I need to figure out how to do this properly because I need to be able to ask somebody to describe their character without going into excruciating detail. And I think I have the best way to do it. I'm gonna do roles in the future like we used to do, where somebody can win and they can get their character to draw me, right? And if they go into excruciating detail, I'll re-roll them. Because I'll say, give me general details and a couple of important points that you want, like their hairstyle, things like that, the overall vibe. And if somebody goes into excruciating detail where they want, you know, Jon Snow's eyes, Robb Stark's mouth, and Geralt's hairline, at that point, we're gonna put up a big graphic on the screen that just says you are fired. We're gonna get a fucking gif of Donald Trump from The Apprentice telling them they're fired from fucking 2004, whatever that show was cool. But for today, I decided that we're gonna do adoption style, where we're gonna do two characters, an Aasimar and an elf, and at the end of it, we're gonna do we're just gonna roll it off, man. Whoever wins it gets to add it to their campaign. They get to name the character. They get to figure it out, bro. So Aasimar female and elf male. All right. So what should we do for class? We have base for an Aasimar and base for a half elf. I'm thinking I want to do maybe one martial and maybe one magical. But what is everybody when they make an Aasimar? I feel like they're an Aasimar cleric. What is a good subversion of expectation that doesn't involve warlock and going fallen Aasimar? Because let me just say, unfortunately, at no point in time has a fallen Aasimar ever been the subversion of expectation. What's up, Dave? I said I wanted 3 red lines in green ink. How hard is that for you to understand? I'm sorry. I'm trying, bro. Listen, I'm not that good of an artist yet. So, Aasimar Goblin. All right, that's not a class. Sorcerer would be solid. A sorcerer. What? Okay, hold on. What subclass of sorcerer? What subclass of bard? What subclass of monk? What do you think? What subclasses of these are you guys thinking? Because I need more of a vibe than just Sork. Because I like saying sorcerer is like cool, but like there's a big difference between, like, I don't know, alchemist, an Aasimar alchemist. That's pretty good. I like that. I go look at them. Yeah, Aasimar ranger. He was raised to slay an evil dragon, so he specialized in hunting and tracking. This is not a magic caster. I only know 3.5. Oh, you can give me 3.5 class, I guess. 3.5 subclasses. The thing is, we can't speak 3.5 here because it's too refined for a lot of our 5e babies. Our 5e babies are we love them to death, but as soon as we start talking about a real D&D edition, they get scared. They're like, oh no, I have to add more than 2 single-digit numbers together, and I don't have D&D Beyond. What am I gonna do? And so we have to be considerate of them, HDR. Not everyone can add 2 to 4 single-digit numbers together, and we don't want to exclude people from our D&D games because of that. So that's why I play 5th Ed here. So, divine potions. So a divine alchemist. That's fucking sick, actually. All right, we'll pull it. Cool. Okay, what class is she? Divine Alk? Or what else we have? Dragon Blood Asimar? Oh shit, Dragon... Dragon... In their tongue, she is Ova. Oh, sure. I can't type all that. Shit, I was gonna say in their tongue, she is Dovahkiin. So Dragon Blood Sork, or one more. I need a third one. 3.5 is the edition you use the abacus for, right? 3.5 is the edition when you, Dave, you know when you go to Swiss Chalet at like 11:30 a.m. on a Wednesday and you see just nothing but ancient people like in their fucking, you know, 70s to 90s? That's the place you find people who play 3.5. So, yeah. Rune Master, Lunar Sorcerer, Monk, Sun Soul would be cool. Sun Soul Monkey. Alright. We got the Divine Alk. We got the Dragon Blood Sork. And the Sun Soul Monk. Vote it up. What do you guys want to see? What do you guys want to see, man? This is an Asimar, don't forget. So, what do you think is cool? We got... I like all three of those, actually. Those are all three really dope ideas. So... I feel like anything could win. Sometimes we have ideas where I'm like, oh, that's gonna win. But honestly, I could see all three of these. So I don't know Swiss Chalet was a thing until last week when I was checking the lyrics for a song and I was singing. Really? You didn't know Swiss Chalet was a thing? Ashley, have you never been to Canada when you're 85? Oh. You haven't lived until you've had chalet sauce in your morning coffee? That's true, man. The best thing about when, like, you know, when your grandparents come in town, it's like such a Canadian experience. I don't think you guys have Swiss Chalet in the US, do you? When your grandparents come into town for lunch or whatever, and they meet at Swiss Chalet, and it's like 10 or 11 in the morning, and you're sitting there, you know, grandpa's eating a messy chicken sandwich, and you're just like bopping your chocolate milk, and you're just like double fisting chocolate milk and chalet sauce, you know? It's a thing, man. But there's like, so you guys wonder how Canadian healthcare, Dave, I'm gonna give the Americans our secrets. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm spilling our secrets to the Americans. We have free healthcare here, not because we have an organized government, not because we have priorities set differently, not because we don't pay our fair share of our defense budget into our NATO contract. No, we have free healthcare here because we don't have to care for the elderly as much. Why? They take care of themselves. We've created an institution by the name of Swiss Chalet. It's a restaurant where you can get rotisserie chicken. At any point in time in the day, you will see at least 80% of the occupancy is over the age of 65. All right, until around 5:30, and then it's mostly families that have coupons from Christmas. So, listen, that's what we do. We take our elderly, we send them to Swiss Chalet. They get chicken, and they buy a tiny coffee, and they sit and talk, and they have a good time, and then they go home and sleep. All right. Right? That's what we do.
Knock, knock. It's freedom.
It sounds like an invasion demand, in which case, please do. What's up, Alana? If it isn't Evan, I'm sorry. We're doing Alana. What do you want to see? What kind of class do you want to see us draw today? Throw it in the poll. Was singing 1 week for music practice, and I called the line gibberish. So my Canadian music teacher got me to explain what it was. Oh, really? And it was about Swiss Chalet. The USA has country club buffet. Well, you guys, as far as I knew, you attempted to send your old people to Golden Corral, but it's not quite as good as Swiss Chalet. Kane Snowden over here dropping too much real lore. You don't get your Timmy's card revoked. And the Mounties see this. The Divine Alchemist and the Sun Soul Monk are tied. Divine Alchemist and Sun Soul Monk. All right, we roll it. I didn't vote. Well, you should have fucking voted, Sienna. Sienna, who would you have voted for? We'll just say it. Between the Divine Alchemist, the Sun Soul, and Dragon Blood, who would you have voted for, Sienna? Who would you have voted for? Which one would you have cast your vote? The Divine Alchemist, Fantastic. And unfortunately, it doesn't fucking matter because you didn't fucking vote. So we're gonna flip a coin. That's what we do. Actually, we're gonna do now you vote against the other vote. Yeah, there you go, man. So over under, I'm gonna do a D100. If we get below 50, up 1 to 49. 1 to 49, it is the Divine Alchemist. 50 to 100. I mean, wait. Whatever. 1 to 50. Wait, you can't roll you can't roll a D100 and get 50. Whatever. Above or over under. Over monk, under alchemist. $32. Alchemist. Alchemist. That's what we're doing, man. The Alchemist. Yeah, now 100. I end stream. Okay, Divine Alchemist. So what are the important features of an alchemist? If we're thinking about like our you know how I like to get refined on these assignments. I like to talk to you guys about the important things that we think about when we think about certain character archetypes. So what are important features that communicate like alchemy in a D&D sense, you know, and like a traditional heroic fantasy, and that is as goggles, dirt, tiny glasses. What else? It's not dirt. It's soot. It's dirt when you're an alchemist. All right. It's soot when you're a tinkerer. Dirt when you're an alchemist. Bottles. Chalet sauce. I mean, you know how like everyone in their games at some point in time they have to like describe the like, oh, I invent pizza. Ha 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 ha. I'm gonna take bread and I'm gonna flatten it out and I'm gonna take tomatoes and I'm gonna pulverize the tomatoes and add spices to the tomatoes. I'm gonna spread it out and then I'm gonna take sausage and cut it and put cheese on it. And my character invented pizza. Everyone tries to invent pizza in D&D, but no one tries to invent chalet sauce. The goggles have to drop down tiny glass lens. That would help. You know, belts. You're right. Belts. Ingredients, reagents. I just grabbed my pawpaw. I'm sorry. My bad. I forgot. My bad. I was thinking that one thing. Chandra, when she was in the Magitech plane. Chandra Nalar. Does Chandra Nalar? Chandra Nalar. I met a girl once who tried to legally change her name to Chandra. Don't worry. It hurt. I mean, that's a lot of goggles, right? Like, you know, you got goggles, you got a random like tube going to nowhere, really, going from her gauntlet all the way up her arm to just just straight into her booba. Like, I don't know what that's for, but the artist thought it was cool. The art director thought it was cool. You know, there it is again. Right? Like what is even going? What is the function here? Which artist do we have to blame for this? I mean, that's kind of alchemisty. He's more tinkery though, right? Than alchemist. Yeah. Way more tinkery than alchemisty. Alright, we'll figure it out. Out of curiosity, what makes these alchemists divine? Being Asmar helps, I guess. Having the booba, yeah, sorry. That's what we're supposed to do. Vampires hate them. Holy water. It's a water backpack so she can stay hydrated while working. Oh, it's like one of those camelback things that cost like $800. Seems like Pyro from X-Men can't create fire on their own. Isn't she like supposed to be a planeswalker, like magical entity of pure magical power? Where like her flesh and bone was replaced by like magical elemental forces as she ignited her planeswalker spark and ascended to be able to walk between the different various planes of the magic universe, which I forget what it was called. probably has a dumb name that nobody actually remembers, because who the fuck thinks about Magic the Gathering for lore? The kind of person who reads a Magic the Gathering book for its lore in 2023 is either reading a book from 20 years ago or fucking deluding themselves. Anyway. She's a Planewalker? My bad. It would have some good designs, you're right. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Okay, so Alchemist. What kind of features should we do for our Alchemist? Let's think about some kind of a hood, maybe. We need our goggles, obviously. I want to do like a bandolier if we can. With like potion bottles. With holy water. Or chalet sauce. One of the two. We don't know. Maybe same thing. All these references to Swiss Chalet and literally nobody but like Dave and I have ever been there. We need more Canadians in here. Just so they can understand. I'm sure America has a Swiss Chalet or two. Probably in like Rochester or someplace nobody goes to. One of those like American cities that sounds like it's made up. We'll do belts because that's important. All right. What any hair ornamentation we can do? Maybe something like jewelry or something. We'll figure it out. All right. Start with the important features. We've already worked on. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do something a little in the interest of speed and time today. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna take the cleaner under sketch. Boom. And we're just gonna go based on that. We're not gonna try and do. We're gonna clean up a sketch as opposed to feeling like we need to do an entire another sketch on top. And we only really have our concept stuff down below, and that works. Okay. We got a lot to clean up. What kind of hair ornamentation could we put in here? Interesting things. What would an Aasimar or a Divine Alchemist use? What kind of things would you find? You're like, I am a alchemical master. I've played the Atelier games. What kind of things would my character need? Besides maybe some basic jewelry. Same thing? Yeah, you're right. Holy water. Okay. This is a chain. I've been to an actual Swiss Chalet. No, we're not all cultured fucking like tiny coffee drinking Europeans like you are, Guapo. Okay? Some of us have to go to Swiss Chalet where we keep our old people in Canada. Just in Canada, Alberta, Manitoba, New Brunswick, Newfoundland, and Labrador. There are 2 dogs in Canada who have their own province. Yep. Nova Scotia, Ontario, and PEI. There is not a single Swiss Chalet in British Columbia, really? Probably can't afford them because their housing prices are too high. British Columbia is like our California. Except instead of having Los Angeles, it's just all San Francisco and Seattle. There's just an endless stream of Sanford and Seattle. Atelier. Hi, Eiley. Eiley, what kind of hair ornamentation would the Alchemist of Arland wear? Oh wait, why is my pen black? Why is it black? It's not supposed to be black. Everything's way too heavy. There we go. There we go. Time games. Okay, a baguette and lots of emotions through hands. Fair. Rune beads for protection against potions blowing up in your face. That's a great idea, actually. I thought being able to bottle their radiance. Not sure how you visualize that. Well, the way I just visualized it, it's pretty grotesque, so you never want to walk in on somebody bottling their radiance. So. That's like, you know when you ask like your players, you're like, okay, you guys have the rest of the evening at the inn. What are you what are you doing? Like, how do you spend your evening? And they're like, oh, I'm going to prepare my spells for tomorrow. I'm going to meditate with my holy symbol and contemplate the actions of our party members. One person's like, I'm going to bottle my radiance. Okay. All right. Fine. Arland, a fucking dunce cap. Rarona's a moron. Damn. What did Rarona ever do to you? Did you fail to save the... Wait, what was the mission you had to... Shit. It's been a while since I played Rarona. And she did her best, Eiley. It's like a little exhaustion to me. Self-caring. Yep. We have something similar to a scooter from the early days of Dragon Ball Z. A scooter. You mean like an actual scooter? Like those like standing moped thingies? Probably a cute bejeweled little hair ribbon of sorts. Probably some kind of feather ornamentation. We can do a feather or something. That'd be kind of cool. Let's do like a little... Let's do like a little feather. Do a little like sort of tie thing with some beads and some rune stones or something that she's sort of keeping her hair together with. Alright. Bulma had a scooter, I believe. I don't remember, man. It's been a long time. Or hat / hairband. Most of the Alchemist gals in those games have a type of hat or hairband. Yeah, like a little dumb beret or something. What was your favorite Talia game, Ali? Get a paladin whose greater steed is just a fucking razor scooter. You can't say the words razor scooter in this chat without at least somebody who's like 35 years old being like, hey, I remember that. Yeah, for real, Lexi. Angel feather? Absolutely. Time limits and quality requirements are so dumb. As a character, Rarona's just a pushover. She just let her down her own teacher. Wait, pawn all her debt for the atelier into Rorona, and she just accepted it. What if she was doing her best to just help people out? Why are you so angry about Atelier Rorona? I'm impressed but confused as to the level of your rage over this one game. And since probably nobody knows what we're talking about in chat because I don't think anyone plays NIS games besides like us. I've not met a single person, Eiley, that has played an Atelier game besides you since I started streaming. And I have gone to the edges of Twitch's degen like lists. I've been invited to the parties. I've been in the Discord calls with the streamers. And I've never once found another person who's played Atelier game. They're all like, what's that? Is that a Baldur's Gate level? No. Super Mario count as an Italian game? It probably does if you're American, but I don't think the Italians want Mario. You go to Italian, you're like, hey, have you played Mario? They're like, what? You're like, Mario? They're like, what? You're like, Mario. They're like, oh, Super Mario. Yeah, I played Super Mario. And you're like, okay. Okay, relax, you know? We all know it's true. What's up, entities? Played Ryza, really? Dude, overall is definitely Isha and Logi or Shaylee. They're both tied for first. Really? Why Shaylee? Edges of degen. I've been in the valley of the hot tub streams and survived with this bank account intact. I mean, yeah, all right, that's fair. I feel like we need to put more goggles on this character. Like, we need to have goggle or hair ornamentation. Like, how do you let people know that your character... Like, it's so interesting. And I need... Maybe someone can enlighten me the psychology of this. There are certain people who I have done work for. And this is not in any way a dig at anybody, okay? This is just me noticing a trend, and we can accept it, and maybe we can understand it. What is the obsession with goggles with certain classes? It's like certain people that I've done work for have made it part of their character's like class identity to have goggles. You know? It's like I never understood. I understand the practicality of like, oh, my character, you know, is like a tinker or whatever, and they have goggles. But some people, they make it out to be as if the ability to have goggles on their characters is the paramount, singular, most important. Some people ask for it casually. They're like, hey, could I have goggles? And you're like, sure, why not, man? You know, go for it. But there's just something about adventuring and goggles. Like, where was this popularized? What is it about goggles that evokes a sense of, I am a person about to do something fucking cool? Who is a cool person that one time wore goggles that then people base their entire personality off of? PPE? Okay, yeah. Tinker Alchemist are just big thing with goggles. Artificer, I feel, is justified for goggles. The character has goggles for the night. Goggles mean you're smart. That's why they named search engine after him. Oh, they just misspelled it. Oh, fuck. Vin Diesel, Pitch Black. Lead character in Skies of Arcadia. Oh, what was his name? Fuck. I know who you're talking about, though. The guy who can't hold a sword right. This bro holds his sword. Bezel. This bro doesn't hold his sword like this, right? He holds his sword. What is it? He holds on to like the guard on it. Yeah, he holds on to the guard. And you're like, okay, whatever. It's dumb. JRPGs and swords, man, we don't worry about that because you think too hard about a JRPG character, the way he holds his sword. You start to question whether or not you're doing it right in your D&D games, and I don't want anyone to question that. Chile to me had the best version of the alchemy and exploration system. Isha got pretty close to it, but I think removing the time constraints made Chile, to me personally, a more relaxed and pleasant experience. Okay. So you're there for the chill experience. You just want to relax. You want to sit down after a hot day with a warm cup of tea and pretend you're a magic girl in a far-off fantasy kingdom with no time constraints, nothing to worry about. I get it. Look, we all want to be a magic girl at one point or another. We all handle it in different ways too. That desire. Some of us play a magical girl in D&D. Some of us make a magical girl in an MMO. Some of us play a video game about a magical girl. And some of us, the rare few, start doing something we call VTubing. Ah, shit, Ashley was here. Ah, fuck. Damn it. Hold on to the guard. Look, I'll show you. Skies of Arcadia. What did you say his name? Vice? Look at him. Look at him. He's holding onto the guard. It's just... Look at it. He has a half goggle. Yeah, you're right. He only has one goggle. He has a gog, not a goggles. He has a gog and doesn't know how to hold his sword right. What a game, man. Skies of Arcadia. What a fucking game. I couldn't play Skies of Arcadia. I don't know why. I had it for the Dreamcast, but every time I started playing it, it gave me a headache. I don't know why. It's the only game I've ever had that's done this. Where every time I would play it, every time I pop it in the Dreamcast, it would actually give me a headache. A monocle? A monogoggle? Yeah, it's more of a monogoggle, I guess. There's no lies? Yeah, okay. Pull sword by the blade so you go isekai yourself? Oh no. Is that how we're supposed to do it? Is that how we all get into our anime world? Please do not listen to this advice. You will not isekai yourself. You will not isekai yourself into an anime. You will not isekai yourself into a Dungeons and Dragons game. You will not have anime waifus. And you'll never be popular. Wait, shit. Yo, dude, holy shit. Thank you for the 2 gifted subs. Bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, my friend. Thanks for bringing 2 people in the Dragon's Claim saying, hey, do you want to be part of the guild? Maybe? Alright, here you go. Here's some subs. It means a lot to me. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. Isn't that a Harry Potter professor? Yes. Goddamn, man. Honestly, I know it might be like kind of dumb to say because like it's a subathon, but like the subathon's a joke. It's like kind of a meme. I just wanted to do marathon streams all week, which we did. And we're gonna end on a Friday, and it all works out, and it's cool. But it really does mean a lot to me when you know I see people gifting subs, because it's not only supporting me, but it's also saying that like you kind of find something about being here valuable, and you're like, hey, I want to share that. You know, I want somebody else to be able to hang out here with, you know, no ads, without, you know, with the emotes and whatever. And it is honestly really, really meaningful to me. So thank you, dude. More forced admittance, yeah. More like, sorry, did you ever already have an Adventurers Guild? Oh, anyway. It's like conscription. Is that what they call gifted subs now? Guild conscription. Thank you for the 2 guild conscriptions. Welcome to Dragon's Claim, conscript. That we need to call anyone who has a gifted sub a fucking unfortunate conscript. I still have measurement lines here. I thought I polished them. Now chat knows how I measure my characters. I'm actually trying to do measurements a different way when I'm drawing faces. I'm learning this other artist's style of drawing portraits fast, because like the way I was taught to draw portraits is not very good for sketching, and so I've never really had a good sketch system for portraits. Because like for drawing portraits, like the way you learn in art school like when you go like classically, is you learn how to do like sort of silhouettes. You learn how to do like, you figure out like basic shapes. You figure out like where certain features go. Right? And then you sort of like measure them out and begin to refine the shapes. You know, and then you spend like 3 to 5 hours doing that bullshit. And then you gotta pull color in at a certain point in time. Like, it's just, right? It's not very good for sketching. So if you're sketching, there's like all these like weird, like dumb little like measuring tricks you can kind of do when you don't really know. Oops. I'm trying to learn new ways of sketching characters and doing the measurements. And I'm actually enjoying it. It's like kind of like going back and learning some like brand new techniques that I've learned in the past, but I didn't really have like down, you know, because you don't need them if you don't use it. So it's been fun. It's been satisfying. You'll be notified by Truckcoon soon. Uh-oh. I'm waiting patiently for trucks on the road. No! Stop it. I want to get isekai waitlist, hoping they email me back. If I get isekai'd, Ashy, I want there to be a useless goddess that messed up. You know? I don't want to be isekai'd and for it to be like, oh, wow, you were so valiant in this life that we are giving you an opportunity to save another world by defeating the Demon King. Right? I want it to be something like, hey, I messed up, so I'm going to give you some powers and another chance as an apology. Don't tell my boss. That kind of thing, right? I mean, he's got the anime, but semi-sentient fungal growth. In another world, is a semi-sentient fungal growth. Do you want to be a semi-sentient fungal growth, Eiley? If that's how you identify, I'll respect that. Like, you're my friend and I love you. If you want to be respected as a semi-sentient fungal growth, I will. Like, I got you. You know? Just go out to the forest, connect with the Myconid network. You got a bit. All right, Lexi. All right. Congratulations on your big microtransaction. Congratulations on your big microtransaction. Lexi, do you know what is entailed with a big microtransaction? Are you aware as to what happens when somebody redeems a big microtransaction in chat? Do you know the full range of it? Because if you don't, I'm going to need you to roll a D100 for me right now. If you wouldn't mind rolling a D100. Exclamation D100. Appreciate absolutely nothing, but I might be misremembering. Exclamation D100. Do it. Let's see it. While I try and delicately shade hair on an Asimar. Don't Asimar hair glow? A 59. All right, Lexi, you get with a 59. You open your loot box. You get 3 weapon skins for 2 characters you don't actually have. Because we've seen in our market research that if players are willing to large microtransact, they're most likely going to be already in the in-game shop. They've probably connected their credit card payment information, so they're likely to be tempted to buy new characters because they've gotten weapon skins to them. All right. You also get an EXP Battle Pass boost, so that you don't have to play as much of the Battle Pass to get 20 Battle Pass levels. 20 of them. You get to skip them. We're also going to give you a more powerful weapon for a character that we do see you play a lot, so that 1, you don't feel like you got ripped off from the box, 2, you feel like you can actually earn things from your loot crate, and 3, what we're going to do secretly is when you have that skin equipped on your character, which we're assuming you will because you play that character a lot, we know that when you scroll through the in-game shop, you stop on that legendary weapon skin a lot. So we know you think about it and go back to it. We're giving it to you and losing the sale, but what we're doing with that is we're guaranteeing you're going to use that weapon skin, and we're going to send you into games with players who are lower ranked than you. And what we're going to expect then is for you to have an easier time winning games against those lower ranked characters, so that one, you feel good with your microtransaction, like you feel like after you made your microtransaction you did better and you tended to win more, and so superstitiously you'll go back and try and make more microtransactions or buy more legendary weapon skins for other characters you want to play. And in doing so, we're also going to take your second and third most played characters and we're going to advertise sales on weapon skins for them. Then we're also going to pairing you against those lesser players, we're also going to encourage them to spend money on the in-game shop, because we're pairing you not against just lower ranked players that already have added their credit card information to the in-game shop and go to the in-game shop to contemplate legendary weapons, maybe even the one, if we can, that you just got. So we're going to have the experience of other players being just wrecked by you, and they're going to think that you're at the same power level because they're being matched against you, but really we're matching them way further up against a much more skilled player. Even though you're kind of like mid-tier, they're still way down below, but they're still players, which means that they're, better than players. So hopefully then they will assume that in order to be as good as you, that they need to simply just buy weapons, weapon skins and legendary weapons as well, because there's something about like glows or hit mechanics, or maybe you get a slightly different targeting reticle, whatever it is. So thank you for supporting Electronic Blair Arts. Thank you for supporting us in our microtransaction systems, and thank you for helping build a safe and healthy, toxic gaming community here at Electronic Blair Arts with your large microtransaction. So thank you, Lexi. Appreciate it. There it is, man. You guys are wondering what a big microtransaction gets you.
On my way home from an art tournament, I got isekai'd by a
art
jealous
tournament?
rival.
Okay.
But the goddess was lazy and gave me her job, before shoving me through a
Random portal now. I'm forced to reincarnate others, but I want to play video games, so I make them play D&D with me instead. Light novel adaptation. Ashley, is that a light novel adaptation, or is that your next VTuber arc? Are we spoiling the next plot of the Waifu Alliance collab streams? Because it's been a while since I saw a Waifu Alliance collab stream, and I was wondering what you guys had in store. Also, thank you for 100 bits. Logic Infallible and eating it hook, line, and sinker. Excellent. See, all we want to do here at EBA is make our payers feel like they're, having a better experience, and make our players feel like they would have a better experience if they turn them into payers. Like all good game companies, I'm trying to maintain mine with integrity, dignity, and thoughts of how to increase our cash flow. Because, like, look, some people think that when a video game company does evil shit to monetize their players, that it's bad. But I think, personally, that when you as a player don't want to be monetized, you're being selfish. Hear me out. If you're playing a video game, and let's say you only pay $80 for it. Let's say you only pay $80 for a game like Diablo or whatever, and you don't want to pay extra for battle passes or skins, or maybe you pay a sub fee for a game and you don't want to pay extra for in-game shop cosmetics. You are ensuring that the CEO and board members of your game company don't have a bigger yacht than the other game company. And how can you as a player take pride in your game if the CEO and the board members of the game company that you enjoy the creative, efforts from, that don't actually do anything for maintaining the game, or don't really do anything for maintaining the company, because let's face it, they've been doing a terrible job, that regardless, they have a smaller yacht than other game company executives? How can you live with yourself as a player, enjoying a game, when you aren't considering the size of the yacht of the executives? Yuna, hi, whoa, why are you here now? Did you get in from your walk? Did you come see me after you got in for your walk? Why do you smell like outside? Little girl. Hi, hello. Hello, pup. You're not getting lickies. Hi, baby. Hi, honey. Low. We made it so successful, we bought a yacht as thank you to our players for putting a yacht in the game so you can view it from the shore. It can't be flown to or interact with in any way. Yeah, that's how it is, man. You know? You gotta support the game companies. You gotta help them buy a bigger yacht. And if that means you have to instead pay, you know, the $80 you pay for the game, and then on top of that, pay for a battle pass, microtransactions, weapon skins, the ability to play online network play, you know, which should be all built in. Like, that's just the way it is, you know? Hey, I'm holding your chew for you now, Yuna. Calm down. Well, the Kodak didn't do well financially this year. Now his $100 toilet paper roll has been downgraded to $50 toilet paper roll. Shame. Aw, man. Not Bobby's toilet paper. How will Blizzard survive? This is a travesty. I wonder if my friends that work at Blizzard that watch my stream while they're at work think it's funny or not. Because there's a bunch of them, man. There's a couple. I'm gonna assume they think it's funny. Well, the body code forever known as someone who is literally only in it for the money. He's the meme of we investigated ourselves and found nothing wrong. It's pretty legendary, isn't it? I mean, the problem is trying to find creative companies now that aren't just in it for the money. It's like, it is such a hard decision though. Like, do you sell your IP to like keep your company afloat and then risk years later almost guaranteeing it being like just destroyed? Or do you let your IP die? I think crowdfunding is maybe the way of the future, but I don't know. We've all had bad experiences with that. But it's like when you have to answer to only the players or the readers or the viewers, I feel like things do better in general, you know? For indie video game companies at this point, yeah. The problem is I don't know any indie video game companies that are doing anything that I actually care about. I love the idea of like supporting indie companies, but I can't think of many that are actually doing projects that I like want to play, you know? The only like indie developer that I've really like supported over the last couple of years and thought like, wow, this indie developer is doing amazing stuff was the guy who makes Vampire Survivors, and he's one fucking guy. He's one guy, one dude that makes Vampire Survivors. And that game is fantastic. And I don't play it for very long. You play it for like 3 days, you play it for like 6 hours across 3 days, and then you're done for like 4 months. But that's, you know, Silk Song by Team Cherry, but you didn't play Hollow Knight? Yeah, I've never played Hollow Knight before. Yeah, it's one guy. One guy. He might have expanded now that he had the success of the first game and like did the expansions. They're like add-on expansion pack thingies. So maybe, I don't know. Giga Chad? Totally. Did the art, did the music, coded it. As far as I knew anyway. That's cool. I love those stories of like a game, you know, developed by a small group of people. Like, you know, a game I really love the origin story for, and it's kind of a meme now, is Minecraft. I love that Minecraft was just like basically one dude and a bunch of bros. Yuna, what do you want from me? Stop growling at me. I'm holding your chew for you, you fucking goblin monkey. All right? You keep growling at me, I'm gonna throw you out the window like a football. There you go. Okay, she's good. She's good. You expand it to 2 guys. The second guy gets some coffee. Maybe. Yo, what's the VTAG? Family Vampire Stars is going to be working on mobile gambling games as part of the company, and versus the game he was was such a huge hit, he didn't have to. Really saved his soul. I mean, yeah, like, I get it. I get it. That's how I feel about, like, Eldara and streaming, you know? Being able to do this literally saved my soul from having to just work corporate fucking design jobs for oil companies or energy companies and lumber and shit like that here. Yuna. Here's your shoes. Why is my dog just growling at me, man? He's putting them on my feet and then I'm not holding it right. Ella, can you come get Yuna if you're home right now? I'm gonna throw Yuna off a bridge like Jack Black and Anchorman. Oil. Did I hear oil? Freedom intensifies. Yeah, man, dude, we have so much oil in Canada and the US won't even invade us. I'm fine. I'll sing your anthem. I'll eat your food. Just give me free shipping on stuff and like American Amazon Prime. All right, we're getting there, boys. We're getting there. We're getting in. I think the difficult design or difficult part of this design is that like ASMR I always feel as being like very radiant and glowy, not just their like eyes, but like they're very like luminous. But it's in their, you know, their hair, their skin. I always describe Ella or Amelia as having radiant, sort of glowing features. I like the structure of Corpa, but Innie does have some huge perks. Innie does have some huge perks. Are there any like big game companies, like big corpo companies that are actually doing cool shit right now? Or are they all just like Dej? Are there any that we're not mad at right now? Or the players really love their company? I guess like Square Enix is a good example. People tend to like Square Enix, right? Who else? I can't even say that for like Wizards of the Coast or some shit, you know? I don't know who's doing it right, you know? Heard you had oil leaked out of the trees and got scared. Turns out it was maple syrup. Oh, damn it. That's what happened. Restart my guitar and adult stuff for begrudgingly. All right. Good luck, Rock. Good luck, my friend. Yuna. Puppy. I am kicking you out. Yuna, I am evicting you. I'm evicting you. All right? Come on. You're out. No, you don't get to just get your shoe. No, Yuna, come on. Get up. Get over here. Get over here. Get over here. Get your shoe. I'm evicting you. Alright, she's been evicted. She's been evicted. What did I say, Yuna? You've been evicted. Why aren't you listening? Okay. I am trolled. I am trolled. This dog does not listen to me. What's it like to have a well-behaved dog that listens to you? At least the vet said she's healthy yesterday. A little bit chubby, but healthy. Unit, get your butt off me. Kind of dig, though, the, like, glowy eyes of Asmar without any features in them. It's like, you can still imply where they're looking without, you know? But having that, like, directional guide of their actual, like, iris pupil construction. You hear the banging? Don't worry, that's just Yuna. That's just the dog. And it's easier if we do it in color, but Asmar was one of the things that I was really bummed that is like Wizards copyright or whatever. Not one of those like traditional fantasy things. So I had to like make my own Asmar for Ella's characters. Although, to be fair, that did prompt more creativity, I think. You know, sometimes when Wizards like trying to like navigate Wizards like BS does allow for an easier time to, I don't know, make new shit. What are you growling at? She like wants to eat the chew directly under my foot. She wants me to like move my foot, and then she'll chew it. And then she wants me to move my foot again, so she can chew it. Okay. A little bit of depth. We're not going to go super deep on the hatching or shading on this piece because we need to do it a little bit faster, try and get through both of them today. Now, the real details. The things that define her as an alchemist. I feel like good D&D alchemists have a lot of crap on them, you know? There's like a lot to them. So let's start with some kind of a looser fitting kind of jacket hood combo type thing. I kind of feel like having a almost like a heavier coat is like sort of necessary. You can carry all your like trinkets and equipment and whatever. Let's do the cool like goggles frame or whatever. Make it look almost a little mechanical, because like there is still the tinker aspect to alchemists. You know? They do still have that strong lineage in them. Less mechanical, but still do like a little base for maybe like a magic enchantment or a glyph or something's etched into their one and two. Perfect. We'll do like a thick band. Maybe. I don't really have any alchemists or like characters that sort of fit this kind of more techie description in Eldara yet. Probably because I haven't figured out what. Like, I feel like once you sort of commit to there being that kind of tech in your D&D game, you kind of commit to a lot of things. A lot of like a lot of vibes sort of happen immediately without you maybe like controlling it. It's like one thing I'm always very cautious about is how steampunky do I let Eldara turn into? Or not even Eldara, but Teleria. Teleria is supposed to feel like a very traditional sort of like classical high fantasy. Supposed to be very Lord of the Rings-y, very Final Fantasy-y, very like, you know, recognizable for people who are into that kind of stuff. So I think that like before you do like it's such a it's a tricky balancing act where people want something new and original, but they also want things that are familiar and comfortable. So it's like, I think the most efficient way to do it is to make something new and original, but make the introduction comfortable and familiar. And you risk being a little generic by making it comfortable and familiar on the introduction. But I think you gain people's confidence in saying like, yeah, okay, well this guy can tell like the fantasy story that I like, the kind of the tropes, the whatever it is. Whatever it is that I love about fantasy, this story, you know, it's got it. And then you pull them into like the uniqueness, the variations. You kind of need to build currency first, you know? I'll always remove that as the question, unfortunately, yeah. You're right, Steel. Okay. I don't want to make the goggles like glowy or anything, so we'll just sort of shade them in. I have about an hour to finish this or so. I feel a time crunch. If we have time today, though, I kind of wanted to work on the Astral Sage a bit more. Yesterday we got some pretty good work done for the Astral Sage. I was pretty proud of it. I think, honestly, it's going to be closer to playtest than I had originally thought. At a certain point in time, you can't balance everything away, you know? You just have to, like... You have to kind of accept the problems you have with your balance, with your class, whatever, and just see what people think of it. So, I don't know what kind of, like, incentives to offer for people who are doing playtesting. Or ways to, like, encourage it, you know? What, Yuna? What did you want? You want me to hold the other side for you? Oh, you want me to hold it up for you? Oh, okay. This dog, man, I swear. All right. What kind of like culturally what for ASMR like? I wonder culturally what kind of symbols or patterns or whatever kind of reference or reinforce their divinity. I know there's kind of like two ways that you can like run ASMRs really commonly anyway. The first is that like anyone can be an ASMR and it's like you just like get born with this like holy blessing or whatever. And you know, you wake up one day and you got an ASMR. But I know that other people prefer ASMRs to be like a collected lineage. That are like a culture, uniqueness from a place, they do a thing. Okay, the bandolier. I just have one potion bottle to replicate it and then shade them both uniquely. Hanging with you playing D&D enough of a something, or wait, it's not enough of a something. Is wait, what? I'm confused. You playing D&D? I'll play D&D. Shit, I don't mind. Ella's like actually taking the D&D game seriously, like trying to figure out how to do like a recurring D&D game. There's like so many stories in Aldara that I think are most efficiently the playtesting. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, if you want to playtest in the game, that'd be fucking sick. I don't know how it would work if we had like a bunch of people playing Astral Sages. Like, I'd be down for that, right? Would it be weird to have multiple Astral Sages in your party? Like to have multiple wizards, multiple whatevers? Might be a little imbalanced, I guess, if you'd be very squishy. Astral Sages are particularly squishy. I haven't figured what their defensive is yet. It's like in the great sheet of things you need to add in for each class, like balancing. Good to have some kind of a defensive ability. I think Astral Sages are going to have really poor AC. I can't think of any good reason why they wouldn't. Maybe something for their, like, actual, like, defenses. Not just defensive, but defenses. That'd be about it, you know? Some spellcasters just get, like, a lot of life. Some get actual, like, bonus AC. Some have spells and movement. The whole point of, like, the Sage versus the Knight is the self-augmentation, so I want Sages to be kind of, like... I don't want them to have great movement, if that makes sense, until higher levels. Yuna. Dogna, what the fuck? I didn't want to send her out of the room and close the door because Ella's out. I don't want her to be, like, lonely or whatever. Discord? Oh, okay. One sec. Okay, cool. Thank you, Ella. Go cozy. Yeah, I really do want to try playtesting the Astral Sages, but I kind of want to, like, I also want to, like, play one, if that makes sense, not just, like, play with them in my game. I'll, like, go to someone's game, you know, and be like, hey, do you mind if I play my Astral Sage? It might be terribly imbalanced and ruin combat. It might not. And none of us are going to know that until we're pretty deep into it. Most GMs are pretty open to that kind of stuff, though. Most GMs are pretty cool. If there's, like, a new cool idea or whatever. You hear, like, GM horror stories and stuff about, like, bad GMs that won't allow cool things in their game. But, like, honestly, I kind of feel like I'm trying to think of reasons why that's maybe, like, a problem. Because, like, I feel like every so often you see all these, like, D&D creators, all these people who play Dungeons and or Dragons, you know, for any kind of a in any kind of a serious manner. Content creators, whatever, you see them linked to, like, a Reddit post of, like, you know, my terrible GM did this awful thing, and they give their hot take about how awful thing is awful, and then they all, like, pat themselves on their back because they've, like, stood up for, like, players and, like, tried to make their game less toxic, whatever, blah blah blah. And I always wonder and imagine, like, how common this stuff actually is, or it's just like you're getting one guide. Like, one bad GM gets a upvoted post on Reddit because everybody's got this, like, negative bend in them. And now everybody's, like, being like, man, we need to make our table more accepting of homebrew, or whatever it is, whatever the problem of the day is. Really, it's not much of an issue, you know? It's just, like, you go to, like, 8 out of 10 games and it's completely fine. I mentioned Yuna. Stop. She doesn't need a Discord command or a stream command. She doesn't need an Instagram link. I don't know. I don't know how like prevalent these problems are, or whatever. There are actually issues in the D&D community that we need to, like, resolve, you know. it's like, I wonder how much the Matt Mercer effect actually is an issue, or if these are just the most hardcore D&D players possible talking about hardcore D&D player problems. Like, what percentage of people who play D&D actually know who Matt Mercer is? I don't know. But to be fair, amongst GM friends of mine, I definitely can say that, I mean, they're all hardcores though, that the Critical Role effect is a problem, where like all these GMs wish their players were invested and engaged, like Critical Role or whatever. You know? Like people who consume themselves Critical Role because I don't understand this effect, but I don't watch Critical Role at all. So the Matt Mercer effect is loosely basically this idea of problem whereby people watch Critical Role and they see Matt Mercer, this like experienced veteran GM that's very cinematic and expressive and, you know, very good at storytelling, and does this like for a living and knows the games in and out. And they say to themselves, why can't my GM be like that? Matt Mercer, he prepares all these custom encounters and has all this like custom, you know, terrain, and makes these massive backstories, and he voice acts, and he's energetic, and he acts his characters out. He tells these massive stories, and he's got an artistic imagination, you know, and all these things. And they're like, why can't my GM? My GM says you get into a room and it smells bad. Why can't my GM be as good as Matt Mercer? I don't want to play D&D anymore. And so the idea of the Matt Mercer effect is this wave of people after Critical Role became popular that were like complaining about their D&D games because it wasn't as good as Matt Mercer. And then this whole like backwards sort of you know, reverse sort of wave came of people being like, hey, you can't expect your DMs to be like Matt Mercer. For one, he does this for professionally. He has a production team. He has all this other shit. Maybe he has writers. Who knows? He's doing this for his players, sure, but he's got time and experience to do that. It's like your GM at home works like 60 hours a week and tries to play some D&D to relax, and if you expect him to have like fully built, fleshed out encounters with properly built maps, terrain, and all that other shit, it's like, calm down, young Pepega. But among the DMs that I know, there's the problem of the Critical Role player effect, where all the DMs are like, man, I wish I had players that like had these big stories and like were willing to like act and get into it or whatever. And I understand if DMs have problems with their players not being involved, you know, like I'll be honest, if I'm playing with a new group of players and I sort of like describe a scene and there's just dead silence on the other end, and nobody has any, like, nobody wants to do anything, nobody's like interested, nobody's asking questions, nobody wants to like interact with the game, that does make you want to stop playing with that group immediately. So it's like, be very careful if you're playing with D&D with a GM. Every time your group goes dead silence after they put in all this effort into like describing something, every time that silence hits, it's a stinger in your DM's like gut, and you gotta be very careful of that. But that's like fair. But the whole idea of your character, your players like voice acting and, you know, I don't know, being this like hugely imaginative descriptor or whatever, it's like, that's like, you're just holding your players to a weird standard. But I like, in general, I wonder how big of an issue that effect actually is, or if it's like, you know, just like a lot of D&D problems on Reddit and issues like that and Discord complaints, if a lot of it is just simply people, like one guy, you know, is a problem, and then suddenly we think this is an issue in our D&D game. It's like, how prevalent is this shit? I think DMs always deal with insecurity, and they've just coalesced around a meme after Critical Role. I think it's a terrible name of the problem. Yeah, it is kind of funny that he gets, you know, the what is it, like the disease named after him. What's up, Schmeckles? Most teams I played with prep half hour to an hour before a session. Dude, I love no prep D&D. So like, you want to know a secret? The game that I did with Fishy and Ella, I didn't prep for it whatsoever. I didn't know what they were doing. I didn't know they were going to be in Horizon until literally the game started. It was all split second stuff because I love improvising my entire D&D game. And some people are like, oh yeah, that's cool. And some people think that I'm a psychopath for doing that. I don't prep fucking shit. Which means that I don't like I didn't know what the boss's stats were and the boss's attacks were until right before they said they were leaving the house. You saw me you saw me look down at my piece of paper, and I wrote some things down, wrote some notes. I wrote its HP, its AC, its bonus to attack, and an idea for 2 of its attacks and what the bonuses were for those. Right? So like I love no prep D&D, man. If I'm gonna play D&D for a long time with like one second, sorry. Okay, yeah, no, we're good, Ella. Thank you. I need to make plans today because my dad's birthday, so gotta go over there tonight. But yeah, I love improvising it, and if I'm gonna play D&D in a long-term game with people, it's not gonna be high prep. There's gonna be certain areas and certain things and certain encounters, certain boss fights, certain dungeons that are all high prep, but most of my games are gonna be no prep, and I don't mean low prep, I mean no prep, because I don't have the time for that, man. Unless I was getting paid for the game. If I was getting paid for the game, like I kind of wonder what it would be like if I was paid for a D&D game. What would a D&D game be like that I could, if I had the resources where I could spend hours a week working and not having to worry about like, am I gonna afford to, you know, live? And I could spend that time doing a D&D game. I wonder what that would look like. I had some friends actually say, they were like, well, what if like what if we did like an 8 or whatever session and figured out how to, you know, I don't know, but it feels weird to have your friends paying you for D&D, so I didn't really want to do it. Tension economy online using bombastic titles on YouTube and Reddit makes it seem worse than it is, in my opinion. I agree. I just wonder how bad it is. If you player D&D or voice chat, you don't get the same feedback as playing in person. True, and that's something that if you're playing over voice, like everyone talks about, the DMs have to like, if you're a DM, Schmeckles, they're like, if you're a DM, you have to know how to DM over voice chat. It's like, bro, I think it's really important if you're a player, you have to know how to play over voice chat, because yeah, when your DM gives you this big long 5-minute introduction of this town and tells you that there's all these amazing things and all this cool stuff, and there's people and the sights and sounds and smells and the flags overhead and the airships racing by and all this stuff, and they get introduced to your town, and they're like, and so you get off the boat, finally reaching the dock, the boat sort of connects to the wood, and you see the ropes thrown over, and all the sights and sounds hit you all at once, everything I just described in the last 5 minutes. You emerge into this bustling city. What do? And you get silence. It's just like, oh. So like the one thing that drives me crazy, that makes me want to strangle people, is when they're like, oh, well, I'm worried that if I'm too vocal, people will think that I'm like taking charge too much or whatever. It's like, I promise you, no one thinks that. Like I promise you. What's up, Azalea? What's up, dude? It's a lot more of the DM side, where our DM started holding all the players to an unreachable level, and himself starting to get bored with the campaign because not everyone is being a full-on actor. It makes it rough to keep anyone wanting to play. Yeah, true. Yeah, absolutely. That's like, it's like chill, right? It started when he started listening to podcasts and watching Critical Role, especially. Yeah, it happens, man. Stop attacking me, Blaze. If you're just quiet, that's fine. But if you're like, oh, I'm worried that people are gonna think that I'm too controlling or whatever, then you're being dumb. You're being dumb. It's fine to be like just a quiet player. I don't have anything wrong with quiet players, but it's like, what is the reason why you're quiet? Are you just being quiet? That's fine, man. You know, or is it like you're worried and concerned that like other people want to say something? It's like people will get their words in. People will get their opinions in. If you want to do something in a D&D game, I always encourage my players to do it. Never worry about like, oh, you're gonna talk over someone. Like, it might happen. Guess what? You know what happens really if you talk over someone? That person relinquishes the sort of the moment to you for a minute, and when you're done, then they take their chance again. And that's it. And it's great. It does happen more on VC though. We'll admit, you're right. Prep D&D is great because it's not scripted at all. Whatever happens, happens. I love that. You know, I love kind of not knowing what's going to go into a game when we start, right? Yellow when you do some planning, but then the characters themselves straight up make their own stories of the moment. Perks of having storyteller mind, your characters start to surprise you in a way that you don't even know what they're about to say, even though it's coming out of your mouth. Yeah, and like to me that's the greatest sort of like pleasure of storytelling is like if you figure out what the characters' sort of values are and who the characters are ahead of time, then you're just sort of like acting them in the moment as to what you think they would be doing, and sometimes it surprises you. And I love that, man. D&D's fucking awesome. RPGs are awesome. You never know what's going to happen in combat with your players and everything else. That's been my one problem with low-level D&D, because I love low-level D&D much more than I love high-level D&D. It's my favorite. The one problem I have with it is that combat isn't as interesting all the time. You don't get surprised like you do in high-level D&D, you know? High-level D&D, you're like, oh shit, is the wizard going to use their level 4 slot? Like, oh damn, man. What are they going to do? Quiet because I'm not normally quiet. Part of it is so I don't talk over people. You're not going to talk over other people. You should never worry about talking over other people, because everybody, the thing is, if you're worried about talking over other people, I get it. That's respectful and whatever. That's good. Comes from a good place, but I think it's important to trust your friends and trust your players. But if you are taking charge too much, if you're talking too much over other people, that your friends will say like, hey man, like chill a bit. And if your friends say, hey man, chill a bit, like that's fine. That ain't a bad thing. It's like your friends keep you on guard and in line, and you trust them. You trust them when you're being a little bit too boisterous or whatever, when you're being too something or another, that your friends will tell you in a way that's not like, hey, you've ruined your friendship with us. It's like, hey man, you get a little excited when we're playing D&D and you talk a lot, and sometimes it's kind of hard, you know? So maybe just be like aware of that, and you're like, oh shit, okay, cool. That's it. That's the end of it. Everybody's worried that like if they talk over their friends that this like this unforgivable offense. You gotta have confidence in your friends. You gotta have some faith in the people around you that you care about, that they care about you too. That if you do something like that, if you're loud or annoying or whatever, that they'll tell you. Because like, you know, you can think about it as kind of like it's a good way to respect your friends, because you respect them enough to assume the best of them. If you're always worried that they're just sitting there like silently brooding over how you know annoying it is to play with you, it's like, well, that's not you thinking very highly of them, you know? That's the way I think of it. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just the way I like think of it in my head. I mean, everybody's different too, so who knows? Quiet players are fine. They're not the same as inactive players. Yeah. Yeah, true. Shit, my best friend's a quiet player. He's not an inactive player. I mean, sometimes he is. But yeah, quiet's fine. I'm always like if you're there just and part of the enjoyment is for you to like enjoy being around your friends and listening to their stories and stuff, and that's fine. But I always feel a little sad when someone says that they're quiet in D&D because they're afraid. They're like they're scared. They're like worried that they'll talk over their friends. They're worried that people think they're dumb. They're worried they'll be judged. They're worried they'll say something stupid. They're worried they'll make a decision at the party. It's like, man, that to me sucks, because I just want people to relax and have fun playing D&D. I need to work on? Yeah, we all need to work on it, man. I'm not singling you or anyone else out about it. It's like totally we all gotta like try and trust our friends more and stuff, you know? That's good. It's good to be aware of stuff that you're like, I'm trying to work on this with my D&D game. You know? There's lots of stuff as a DM that I'm trying to work on. And I feel it come out sometimes, like, and I feel the old mistakes like creep up, or the old habits, or whatever it is, the slip ups, and I'm like, ah, damn it, you know, ah, shit, and it feels bad, but doing the best we can. Playing D&D is actually kind of hard, you know? And I always think, like, one of my most, like, hot take, contentious opinions on D&D is that the most important thing that you could work on to be a better D&D player is to be better friends with your D&D players. You know? It's rough. But I think it's always, like, D&D is always more fun when you're playing with friends. Like, I never really like to play with people that are just there for the game. I never relate to that. If someone's like, hey, I'm here for the game. I don't want to talk on Discord. I don't want to hang out. I don't want to, like, talk about my life or whatever. You know, I'm here for the fucking game. It's like, all right. You got a whole bunch of people that are, like, dressed in suits showing up to this, like, conference for business. Like, I get it. I just don't like playing with those kind of players. I thought I was talkative until I got on a D&D. Really? The time I started playing D&D, talking around a bunch of people I didn't know was normal. That's true. Fair. Not what I want. Alright. I kind of actually... Oh, man, I don't know. I don't really like the bottles. Whatever. Fuck it. Screw it. I don't mind. We'll figure it out. We're this close. And I gotta go fast. I gotta work hard. I want to put, like, some holy implements or something to, like, really emphasize on the divine part. Like a pattern as well. There we go. Nice thing about having these pattern brushes is that we can kind of lean on them a little bit for detail here and there. Once in a while, at least. I think it's a defense mechanism from their insecurity, to be honest. They don't want to feel stupid, so they act like they don't care. For players that are just, like, all business, you think? Because, like, maybe. I think you're definitely onto something there. I never really understand that, or understand the mind of those kind of individuals that are just there. Like, I'd love to talk to somebody or ask somebody about it who's, like, just a, like, I don't care, like, I don't want to be friends with my... Like, people are like that with World of Warcraft. So I kind of get it. Part of me kind of gets it. When you have, like, people who are, like, in your raid, you know, I remember like one time I was in this, like, really hardcore raid guild, for Cataclysm, and I like started talking to another one of the tanks or whatever, and they were like, I was like, so, we were like waiting for the healers or whatever to figure out what they were gonna do for like cooldown rotation, and I was like, yo, so, what, this shit's taking a long time, huh? Like, I wish they'd figure their shit out. And it was like, yup, kind of annoying. I'm like, yeah, man. So like, I don't know, what'd you do this weekend? Do anything fucking cool? Because I just sat at home or whatever. And he was like, look, man, you're real nice, but like, honestly, bro, I'm here for fucking loot, and that's about it. So I'm just gonna chill, and let's just wait for everyone to figure this stuff out. So, and I was like, oh, okay, sorry, man. And like, he was nice. He was like, I don't mean to be rude or anything. Like, I don't want you to think that like I'm a dick or whatever, but just like, I'm not really super into like just like chatting. I'm just here for like the raid. And I was like, oh no, that's fair, bro. And I'm like, I appreciated that. Like, dude is always nice, always polite, never lost his shit. But it's like, raid would be over, dude would log off. And like, it's like, there were players like that, and I got it. But for some reason, DD feels different to me. I don't really know why. I'm trying to like understand that in some cases. Or whatever. I don't know if we'll use any fill layers for this. Probably not, to be honest. I think if you're treating D&D more like a war game, maybe it's easier. But if you're treating D&D like a collected adventure and you're like really like concerned about the story, I think it makes it hard. Maybe that's the differentiation. Meeting people with a shared interest and personality, statistically, you don't have a ton of friends, and you play a game that has a lot of intellect and emotion, but you don't care about other people at the table. Nah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if there is that like mindset though of like a lot of people who are there just for like the combat or just for the tactics, just for, because like a friend of mine is having a problem with her D&D group recently, and she said that one of the players is like literally that, like he's just there for combat. He just doesn't give a shit about roleplay and story. He just tunes the fuck out as soon as like people start talking or whatever, and he'll get like annoyed if like people like they don't get to go back to combat. He like accepts that there'll be like a lot of talking in between, but he like wants to like skip days that are like shopping city days or whatever, and that's like bothering the group or whatever. So I don't know, maybe there are all those players out there that are just like all about the tactical combat. Like, what's the mindset of your average like min-maxer in D&D? Are they kind of those people or what? I don't know. Really appreciate people being straightforward like that. Don't have to worry about them pretending or being nice or some shit. Yeah, like I don't want to frame that dude as like an asshole or whatever, because he never was. He just didn't want to be friends, didn't want to get to know people, didn't want to talk, didn't want to do anything. He just wanted to like watch Netflix on his other monitor or whatever and play World of Warcraft. Like, okay, man, Although like he was only there for the loot and stuff. So like as soon as the guild stopped progressing, he left and went to another guild or whatever, which kind of sucked, because then when we went through some hard times or whatever as a guild, because certain players had to leave or we had to like refine new people or whatever, it was like, well, so and so's like just bails. But at least we expected him to bail. We anticipated it, and then when it happened, no one was surprised or like hurt or offended. There's so many better word table games though. Alf, that's Cobalt. Pepe laugh. Oh no. Ask Cobalt about the shelf of war games that he doesn't have time to play for. Every single one of our DD sessions we've planned an hour before or after we can catch up and chat, because it kept bleeding the session. Yeah, that always helps. I mean, I like to talk to my players a little bit beforehand. Especially if your players don't talk outside of the game. Like one of my groups of player, like our group chat is just everyday, right? And the other group chat doesn't exist. The other group chat is, are we playing this week? So with players that don't chat in the group chat all that often, I try and give them a chance to catch up and stuff every time we see each other. Versus the other group that like group chat's just always firing. It's usually we get on, we start playing immediately. I'll spend the people 100%. Wall groups be chatty as heck. leading up to team fights. And some other ones, they only do callouts, which is appreciated, but definitely something to get used to. Right, yeah. Ugh, my favorite games was when I was canonically didn't have to say anything. Really? How did that work out? Your character was like, I don't know, mute or whatever. It's weird that I consider MMOs and online games different from D&D though. No, I don't think that's weird. But I sort of like I just like the only reason I brought that up, Guapo, is because I thought of that guy. Like I'm trying to think of like I'm trying to paint the stereotype of the player that's just there for business as like an asshole, and the only like sort of charitable example I could think of was like raiding in WoW, where some people were just there for the raid and they didn't care. They didn't want to, you know, they didn't want to be part of the chats. They didn't. You'd have to wonder sometimes if they were even in like TeamSpeak or whatever. Or Ventrilo or whatever we were using at the time. Because it's like unless we needed to, for, because like when you're playing in an MMO like that, the first couple of weeks that you're learning fights and stuff, everybody needs to be in voice chat. But after that, basically everybody in voice chat's just talking shit. And then sometimes you realize that some people like just aren't even in voice chat at all. They don't want to be part of your shit. They're just listening to music, vibe, and doing whatever, and they just want an efficient, confident raid group. That's what I'm just like trying to find, you know, relations or whatever to it. Sit back and chill and just type in the group chat whenever I need to say something or write a paragraph when I really had to say something, because whenever he really talked, it was written down. I would hate that. I would if one of my players like tried to do that in my game, I would kindly ask them. I'd be like, please don't do this. don't make us have, unless you were like really emotive, where you're like, oh, my character like throws his arms up and like tries to like charades that like, you know, he's trying to, the food he ate poisoned him. Like, unless you're really chatty, if you're just like using it as an excuse to never say anything and you're just there to like chill and be a fly on the wall while your friends play D&D, that's fine. But a group can only tolerate so many of those players. Any group can only tolerate 1 or 2 of those players, and has to have at least like 4 or 5 players that are like actually interactive, or else GMs are just gonna give up. It's gonna find being there for business more normal in MMO. Did you find it weird? Oh yeah. What is business? 4 to 5 people at a table, you know? True. So getting loot, man. Although, you know what, Guapo? Actually, hold on. I have maybe an example here of players that are there for business. So, what's it called? Wizards of the Coast, Adventure League, I think it's called. So Adventure League is this thing that you go to at game stores typically, where they run like certain encounters or whatever, and you have your character, and your character you take it between multiple games and stuff, and you play Adventure League, and you're there, and a lot of people were there. They're not there to make friends at the table. They're not there to like whatever. They're there to get loot for their character. They treat it like MMO loot. And so I have seen a lot of it. You don't see it a lot in private groups, but actually you do see it. If you're wondering if it ever does happen in D&D, it absolutely does, and a lot of times it happens in the game store meta. There are lots of people that don't have or don't want maybe or don't care about private groups, and they only like they show up to game stores to play Adventure League, you know, or whatever it's called, and they're there for business. They're there for catching EXP and loot. They don't want anyone in their group to kill them or get them killed or whatever. And after that, they're gonna say thanks to the game, everybody, get up, take their books, go home, and there's no phone numbers exchanged, you know, no discords added, no hey, do you want to play again next week? Just thanks to the game, guys, maybe some handshakes, a nod, and then they're gone, man. They ain't there for cake. Well, the time he did that paragraph was during planning time, otherwise he was push talk. He didn't like talking to people. Yeah, anytime I've had so I have a couple of rules in my D&D games when I like start with a new group or whatever. One of my rules is I have a social rule and a narrative rule. My narrative rule is your character has to want to go on adventures. Your character has to want to pursue whatever it is they're pursuing. And the social rule is your character has to at least be somewhat of a people person. And if your character isn't a people person, you have to be an astounding player, right? Because the problem is you get people who are like, oh, my character doesn't really like people, so my character's going to sit quietly in the corner. It's like, why am I playing with you? What value do you bring to my table if your character just sits quietly in the corner no matter what? Like, that's like a value proposition of like, why am I playing with this person? If their character is always in the corner quietly because they didn't want to talk to people, it's like, why is this person at my table? I could replace this person at my table, the time and energy I'm putting into their story, with somebody who like wants to be here, you know? Versus the narrative thing where it's like your character has to want to go on an adventure. That stops the like the rogue that's like, well, I'm not doing this unless I'm paid extra. And you're like, well, do a persuasion check. And they're like, well, natural one. Okay, the local lord says you that the payment seems fair, and you know that's all you're getting. And the rogue player is like, well, then I go to the inn and sulk. It's like, okay, great. Then your character goes to the inn and sulk. Please roll a character that wants to go on this adventure. You know. So it's kind of like those little like it just makes it easier for the entire party and whatever. If the players want to interact, and if the characters want to interact, and the characters also want to go on a fucking adventure, you know. There's one dumb barbarian, an edgy human warlock, a very talkative, angry tiefling warlock. It vibed. That's fine, yeah. I mean, it's the thing. If it works at your table, that's awesome. I'm not saying it can't work. I'm just saying that I don't give players a chance. Like, if I don't know the player especially well, if it's a new player I've never played with before, I don't give people a chance because I don't trust people to do it well. You know? I've had players that play the quiet, edgy, whatever, and it's been fine. I just don't really trust brand new players to do it, and then not have to be like, you know, because I've never seen somebody do it well, except for like very experienced Dungeons & Dragons players. Very, very experienced ones. 9 out of 10 times is just an excuse for somebody to be quiet so they don't have to like have the pressure of interaction, you know?
Visitors, how exciting.
I don't know. Oh shit. Yo, World Anvil. Holy crap, dude. What is up, World Anvil? What's going on, guys? How's it going, Samurai? What's up, Jacob? Good to see y'all. Holy man, what is up, guys? Good to see you, Strix. Y'all, welcome in, guys. What were you doing today? What was topic for stream? What were we discussing? What were we tell me the tales? Welcome in. You guys are here for the last 15 minutes of the subathon. Oh shit, man. You guys are here for the collapse. We're doing character giveaways. Chat builds a character, and then we give it away to somebody for their world, for their game, as a player character, as a World Anvil article. This last one we gave away, I forget what her name was, but she was actually a World Anvil article for somebody who's very, very excited to get a character portrait for that individual done. So, bilingual madness. That sounds like a VOD I need to catch. And quiet the core and the leader of the party. I can do both. Yeah, it takes skill to do both though. Languages and multilingual characters. Languages is something that I find really interesting and really difficult for D&D. Because, like, it's like, man, how do you make them convincing, you know? So, well, either way, if you guys aren't following World Anvil, you definitely should be. They are probably one of the best places in the entire internet to find like-minded individuals. People that I get along with, you know? Of individuals...
Only 14 minutes.
Yep.
Shock. Let's add 30 seconds.
Thanks, Jacob. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you for 100 bits. Yeah, if you guys aren't following World Anvil's Twitch channel, you definitely should. You should, you know, hang out. Friday streams are a bop. Anytime I can catch a stream when I'm not live. Like, I actually managed to catch a bunch of streams when I was, thank you, Robo. I managed to catch a whole lot more streams when I was, on my 2-week break recently, because I took 2 weeks off of streaming to just like focus on work and writing and stuff, and I managed to catch more World Anvil streams like live as opposed to just the VODs. So if you guys aren't following, you definitely should be.
How exciting.
So. Oh shit, CJ, what is up, CJ? CJ, what were you doing today, buddy? That's kind of hilarious, actually, back to back. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it, CJ. Had to sneak in behind the World Anvil. I appreciate it, CJ. Thank you. You guys are here at the end, man. Y'all are here for the end of the subathon. We got less than a half hour left. And thank you for the follow, R.A. Morley. Thank you. Welcome, guys. Speaking of amazing world builders, speaking of if you're not following World Anvil, you should be following World Anvil. If you're not following CJ, you should be following CJ. CJ, what's the project for the month? What are we doing today? Tell me your tales. Inspire me as to what we're doing for July. Because I am not yet privy to it. And thank you to follow Volcanic, Blake, Feely, and E-Boy. Thanks, guys. Welcome. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the VOD. For those who are returning, for those who are new, welcome. Good to see you guys. You two, wait, Hadner? I'm confused. Might as well follow. I keep getting thrown here in raids. Well, Blake, thank you. I appreciate it. Welcome, guys. Good to see you. Good to have you. Sans the Ancient Desert vibes. Dude, that's the entirety of... Fuck. My entire... Bro, my July is all desert vibes. Look at this shit. Hold on. The magic item. It's all desert. The travel sticker. Lemashir. The magic weapon. The Sunblade of Alzira. The map. Wait, where's the map? We did a map for the print this month. I'm invested in deserts, man. I'm invested. A vulture folk race? Wait, that's actually sick. That's actually sick, bro. Well, I feel the vibe. I approve.
I bought bits on mobile for this Discord Plaza.
Fuck. All right, thank you, Ella. I just joined a new campaign in person. It's a desert setting. There's something about the summer, I guess, that make people want to play D&D in the desert. I've been feeling like I wanted to play in an old setting called Black Sun, but I don't know. Nobody plays those games. So, thank you, Bits Blaze. I appreciate it. We're so similar. Yeah, there it is. If you guys aren't following CJ, you definitely should. CJ is one of the best we have on Twitch. One of the individuals I am honored to share the D&D category with, and if you guys aren't following CJ, you're missing out, because that is some amazing stuff. What you guys walked into today were character sketch giveaways. We were doing chat builds at NPC. Chat builds a character, so we decided to do like a divine Aasimar alchemist, and when we're done the sketch, we're going to do a roll for it, and you know, amongst people who want the character. Dark Sun's been on my list for so. Oh yeah, sorry. Black Sun, Star Wars. Dark Sun is what I. Yeah, Dark Sun is yeah. Black Sun is Star Wars. Dark Sun is D&D. Dark Sun is a really cool vibe. But yeah, so we're doing a character sketch today. Chat build the features and decide on everything, and then at the end of it, we're gonna do a giveaway. And whoever wants it as an NPC for their world, or even better, a PC that they want to play, then they'll get the portrait sketch. They'll get to name it. I'll sign it for them, and I'll post it in the Discord, and they'll get it to use however they see fit. So we're almost done, because I wanted to do this before the end of the subathon, which we have about 10 minutes left. So we'll probably get this one done, and then do the giveaway. And then after that, at the very end of the subathon, I also promised to do a Blackwood Dice giveaway too. So we'll be doing that in a couple minutes as well, I guess. There'll be a 5e Dark Sun soon, but who knows if it'll be good. Yeah, I don't know. Is Wizards gonna be making it, or is this like did somebody else get the project? Been watching the VODs from the week. I hope Subathon was fantastic. It's been going well. It was a whole thing. It was fun. I'd never been live for longer than 6 hours, CJ. And the first day I did 12. It was amazing. It's a whole vibe when you just like chill out and resign your fate to being live for the entire day, and you just like relax. It's kind of nice, actually. It's maybe inspired to do long ass marathon streams in the future. So I don't know. All right, last minute details. What else do we need on her? What else do we need on this Aasimar Divine Alchemist? I think the potions and everything in there. I think we're good, actually. Unless we do some sort of like holy trinket or symbol or whatever. Received a missive, sent you a photo. Oh, is this it? Oh, sick. Ella sent me the photo of the set of Blackwood Dice we're giving away when the timer ends. So there it is, man. There it is, bro. That's the set. Thanks, Ella. Appreciate it. They'd have to scrub it so strongly for modern release, really. They would, but I don't know. I think Wizards opposed to stripping tons of stuff from the old content. They would. I am a little worried. Like I know a lot of people aren't happy with some of the like revisions Wizards has made to old settings and old things like Spelljammer and stuff, but I trust them. I'm optimistic. At the end of the day, remember, at the end of the day, no matter what, if Wizards messes up the setting or the system or whatever it is that you like, there's always the original 3.5 book, you know?
Don't let this Endivamble cry just never end.
Steph, the subathon has to end eventually. It has to end eventually. We all knew this day would come. I thought this day would come on Wednesday. I didn't realize we'd be live till Friday. And yet here we are. Ooh. Maybe I want to do like a little quick fill there real quick. We'll do a fill 30%. So we have a little bit of time. I want to add a little more depth to this. Played yourself with that, unfortunately. Pumped for Planescape, the very least. It's inspiring a ton of third parties to make Planescape or Planescape-like settings. Really? I haven't been too up to date on a lot of third party stuff. I've been so focused on Eldara that I like haven't been tracking like great Kickstarters or great like I don't know, like cool shit. Like I have to be like grabbed and shoved it in front of something to know what's happening. But I'm glad people are getting inspired, you know? Are we gonna end on a Wednesday? Yeah, you're right, I screwed up. Went live on a Tuesday, thought I would go live all day and then maybe end stream on the Wednesday. It's because it was a meme. I wasn't expecting to actually subathon. The subathon was entirely a joke. And then I got wrecked by the timer, so. Don't have patience to bully right now, so keep me entertained, Art Man. I'm trying, man. Are you not entertained by, like, cool Aasimar alchemists? We were gonna do an elvish, like, martial class after some variety, but I don't know if we'll have time for that. If Frank Spelljammer was full of jank, and if WotC poured everything from 2e Spelljammer to 5e, we'd see complaints about it. Yeah, I don't know. I miss, like, the idea of... Like, back in the day, I feel like rules could be a little bit, like, overpowered or whatever, or, like, janky or whatever it is. And whenever players had a problem with it, Wizards called them nerds and told them if they don't like it, they don't have to use it. But now it's like Wizards feels... It's like it feels like they're trying to make it so that if they sort of, like, make the rules for it, or if they post rules for it, then it's like, it is the word of God and you can't change it, and if you want to play with this system or this rule or whatever, it has to be in a Wizard's book. So then there's this whole like idea that all of their books need to be fully, like, it's like they're in some ways you could maybe suggest that they're sacrificing originality for safety. At least that's the complaints that I feel like a lot of people have been making, whether they realize it or not. The thing about releases, in my opinion, opens up license for DM's Guild and builds a creation rush there. Yeah, I've never really used DM's Guild for my own stuff, but I don't know. Like, are people still like? Is it still like chugging along, or is it kind of dying off? So I don't hear too much about it anymore. I don't hear like any of the other streamers or creators or whatever that I do follow. I never see them doing like, oh yo, link to my stuff here on DM's Guild. It's always like, you know, on their Patreon or whatever. People just like aren't using DM's Guild anymore, which kind of sucks because it's nice to have like a place that you go to that's just the sort of built-in, you know, marketplace or whatever. All right, it's kind of dope. I like this. Glad we did a fill layer. You'll like texturize it a bit or something, make it look like ink splotch. 5-hour streams are gonna seem short now. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how a 5-hour stream will feel, right? I'm rooting for WotC to learn from their mistakes and grow, embrace the community, but I'm in the minority. I think it's good to be optimistic. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. All right, and with that, I think the piece is done. Okay, let's sign it up. Get this rolling before the judgment day. The end is nigh. Okay. All right. All right. We're gonna do a roll. We're gonna do a roll, man, and see who gets it. So if you want this character portrait because you've got an idea for an NPC in your game, Streamlabs. If you've got some ideas, if you got a player, if you want to use it as a player character, thank you Omega for the follow. I appreciate it. You want to use it as a player character. If you want to use it as an NPC in your world, we'll be adding it to the library, the guild library, and you get to name it. And where is it? Bots. We'll see how many people actually want it. I don't know. How many people actually are willing to use it. Let me change the giveaway setting to exclamation sketch. Save settings. And we'll do, let's use our Friday sketch one, I guess. Sketch giveaway. Character purchase sketch, the raffle starter for yours. Okay, if you want the character, if you have an idea for her and you want to use her in your game, and you want the better yet, if you're going to use her as a player character, you want to use it as player character or important NPC maybe in your world, you can enter exclamation sketch, and we'll see all the people who have plans for her will get a chance to roll it up. So there's 4 minutes 37 seconds on the clock. Catania the Essence Refiner. That's pretty good. I like that. I mean, I'm down, man. I'm down to see what who gets it, right? I always love it when people build an entire player character out of these sketches that we do. I don't expect that all the time, obviously, but it'd be cool at least. All right, 4 minutes on the clock. This is it. A chance to make a character and stick with it. Is it? Would it be fair for me to enter? You can enter by long. It's fine. I don't care. I don't care, buddy. You know, it's all good. Each day's a new day. 2 minutes on the subathon as well. Oh shit. The final countdown. Roval, you want an Ella Blackwood sponsor segment? All right, I'll do it after the roll. Got it. We'll do it after the roll. After this, we'll do our Blackwood Dice sponsor segment. Oh shit. All right, 3.5 minutes on the clock. Oh, 7 in chat, boys. What was our total stream time? What was it, like over 4 days, like 30 hours or something? Evangeline, blind alchemist, who is now dependent on her concoctions for various imperfect kinds of visions. Wait, Asmars are blind now?
Didn't see that one coming, did you?
Can it really end?
What the fuck, Ella? Like, what the fuck? It was sub 60 seconds. It was sub 60 seconds. It was sub 60 seconds. Are we can work on Elf Boy? I'm not starting Elf Boy if we only okay. Ugh. I can't even stream for the full 12 hours today because I have to go to my dad's birthday tonight. So you guys are gonna make me stream tomorrow. Start the Elf Boy. Okay, thank you cross streams for the sub. I appreciate it. Thank you, Steph, for the 5 subs. I'm not thanking Elf for the bits. Actually, I have to, don't I? Because someone redeemed Blackwood Dice sponsored segment. Thank you for the bits, Ella. I appreciate it. That's just okay. 1 minute 30 left on the character giveaway, and then fuck it. We'll just do the Blackwood Dice giveaway right after. I don't care. We won't do it at the end. We'll just do it because Roval redeemed a Blackwood Dice sponsored segment. So you only had 16 minutes. It's fine. Is that? Oh my god. I had to get up and take a break after this though. I've been studying for like 3 hours. So 1 minute left. We'll see who wants it. Who will use the character. You have ideas for 14 people? Wait, 14 of you have an idea for her in your campaigns? Really? Or want to use her as a PC? Damn, bro. That's more than I thought. All right, fine. 45 seconds. Oh god, we were sub 60 seconds, man. We were okay. Just a habit. If Blaze wins this, I'm throwing my computer out the window. Leaning towards a PC, I think it'd be interesting to play a blind PC. That'd be cool. Yeah. That'd be cool. Definitely have an idea for her. What's your idea? What's your idea? Let's hear it. Let's see who gets to name her. The portrait will be available in the Patreon or in the guild sub gallery for everyone to, you know, if they need a quick NPC for their world, but only one person will get to name it and claim it for their games. So let's see. 2, 1. All right. The winner of this sketch, the person who gets to name it, who gets to I don't know, forever solidify her as a individual in their world or some shit, I don't know, is of course the illustrious, the on time, the always correct about their D&D opinions, Kai Hira. Congratulations, Kai Hira. Congratulations. The illustrious. Yeah, exactly. Kai, what are your plans, my friend? Tell us of this character. What is their name? What do they do? Let me get my Modesto. What are we calling it? What are we calling it? Let's hear it, Kai. What are we naming this character? Our Divine Aasimar Alchemist. I guess you could play like whatever class you want. It's just, I mean, she looks like an alchemist, so. Wait. Mordai is a tiefling? So, is it tiefling? Wait, what? I mean, okay, sure. Yeah, I guess. Cool. You naming this one? Yeah. All right. What do you naming? Kai, did you not know what you were entering for? You don't even know. Listen to what you're entering for. Oh, God. So troll. I'm so fucking troll. Kai, it's okay. Do you want to play this character in a D&D game? Do you have an idea for it in your D&D campaign, or do you want to pass it off to somebody else? I was confused. That's all good. It's all good. It's all good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Do you want this character, the alchemist, the chat build, or do you want to pass it off to somebody else? Because I'll hit reroll if you don't want the character, if you don't have an idea for it, or you're not going to play it. So I want somebody to actually be playing with these characters that they get the sketches for. We're doing adoption stay. Pass it off. Got it. All right. Guys, very generously pass it off to the illustrious, the always on time, the always correct about their D&D opinions, except for that one time they said that halflings were legitimate D&D character options. Because let's face it, who wants to be a halfling when you could be a gnome? You fucked up if you chose halfling. And that is, of course, the winner, Rev. Rev, congratulations. Congratulations, Rev. You are the winner. Tell us what the character's name is, and tell me where you're going to be using the character. What is it? An NPC in your world? A player character? What are we doing? What are we doing? Name it. Let's do it. What we got? Evangeline is a player character. All right, Evangeline. I like it. Is there a last name or a title, or are we just calling her Evangeline? Are we just calling her the what class? What are we doing? Evangeline the alchemist, or is it Evangeline some sort of, I don't know. Just Evangeline? All right, what class is Evangeline? Are you going to go with alchemist? Evangeline the Jesus keyboard. Al. Okay, this keyboard's hard to type on. Leave me alone. It's like up here on my desk. I have to like have my elbows below. All right, Evangeline the alchemist. People are gonna think that's hilarious, Rev, because Evangeline is actually a name of a character in Teleria. Except our Evangeline in Teleria, is a cat girl monk. So that is, I'm gonna post this with the name Evangeline in the Discord, and people are going to think I'm trolling. So you my friend are unintentionally farming tech W's left to right. We'll put it in the EBA sketchbook, so it's on Discord for you to grab if you so choose. Rev J0417. All right, congrats. There it is. Please enjoy your new PC. I'm glad you had a cool idea for it. I'm glad the sketch went to somebody who is going to use it. So congratulations, dude. Thanks for playing. Boom, there it is, man. Future D&D game. Hopefully, I don't know. I use the cat girl Evangeline image for future D&D session. I mean, you could. Evangeline's unfortunately already a like an official character and has lore and a lot of baggage. I mean, you can use the art if you want in your like home game, but there's already, yeah, it's not. It's the character's unfortunately not up for adoption for like an official like social media presence or whatever. Okay, the art. I mean, go for it. If it's for a personal home game, absolutely. I don't mind. Shit, what was the other character? I forgot to. Ooh, whoops. Evangeline the what was our other character called? Zayla Jarin. Zayla Jaorin. Zayla Jarin. Oh, champ. All right. 2 character sketches done, man. 2 giveaways done. All right, I need to go quickly grab a new water because I am parched, man, and I need to see what Yuda's barking about. So I will be right back. When I return, I don't know, man. Something majestic's gonna happen. Who knows? Oh, well, when I return, we'll do our Blackwood Dice giveaway. That's what we'll do. All right, we're back. We're back. We need to post this on Twitter now. I forgot to do that. Post it in Discord and post it on Twitter. All right, what do we say? Character sketch number 2. Or do you need character sketch number 2? Let's do this. Oh, fuck it. Character sketch number 2 has been opted by a very nice D&D player for their upcoming game. All right. All right. It's done. It exists. Thank you, Steph. Thank you, Thorkin. Thorkin, how's Arena? Did you play it, any of it? Did you try it? Is it sick? You and Blaze go hard. Thank you, Lurk Robo. I appreciate that. Wait, you got free popcorn at work? It's fun. What are you playing in Arena? Like, what is there a meta yet? People just decided and defined it. God, man, these honey sticks are saving me. I ate like 2 of these during the story time yesterday when I read the Atari's what do you call it, novel? Fuck. I haven't played with Blaze yet. Oh, cool. So you're like on a winning streak then. I'm kidding. Relax. All right, we're good. I got my honey now. Actually, who needs honey with tea in it? Honey lemon with a little bit of tea, and you have honey sticks for your throat. Hasn't even meta yet. I've been playing Burn Scion, which is hilarious. That's actually lit. Scion would be so good in that format. I want to see if you guys are playing, stream on Discord if you're playing later tonight. I'm around. I want to watch the 2 of you wreck face. Just 10 next people and they die. How do you win your first couple rounds when you don't have any burn? Like, how much gold do you get per round or whatever? Blackwood Dice giveaway. Fuck, I forgot. Rolls paid for a Blackwood Dice sponsor segment, and Elle has a set of dice to give away today. Let me do that real quick. Let me set that up. Cloud Black, go. Giveaways. Complete. Settings. Exclamation dice. Save. Are you serious? Are you fucking serious, Jacob? Come on, man. All right. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs. I appreciate it. Thank you for bringing 10 people into the guild. Thank you very much. I am honored. I am humbled, and now 10 people have been conscripted into the worst venturing guild in all of Eldara. So thank you, Jacob. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. God. All right. Okay, dude. Okay.
20 minutes slaughter.
Problem is, I don't want to start on the elf. I don't know when we'll get a chance to finish it. God fucking damn it. Thank you, Jacob. That is incredibly generous to you, my friend. That is incredibly kind. You definitely didn't have to do that, but I deeply appreciate it. So thank you. Thank you, buddy. Fuck. Yeah. Come on, man. I don't deserve this shit. All right. All right. So, Roval paid for a Blackwood Dice sponsor segment. $10,000 channel points. 10,000 channel points. So that I could tell you guys about the only sponsor that I have as a streamer. Only one company has come to me and said, Evan, we want to sponsor you in a reasonable way. No affiliate code. No like, oh, if you sponsor, if you get people to buy our shit, then we might give you, you know, some cut. It's like, no. No affiliate code, nothing. Blackwood Dice came to me and said, Evan, I value your community. I value you as a streamer. I want to support you. So if you want to get yourself some Blackwood Dice, you can go to two places. One, you go to blackwooddice.com, to which she'll be accepting pre-orders for her advent calendars soon. And apparently she already has like 12 people that want them or something unofficially, or maybe it's officially. I don't know if she's officially accepted pre-orders. Or you can go to her Patreon and you can sign up and get yourself, you can be a gremlin, a mini gremlin, or a dice gremlin. Look at that, man. And get a decently discounted set of dice every single month for Blackwood Dice. The best resin dice that anyone who's seen her dice has ever seen. So says other dice makers. So, or you can get a set of Blackwood Dice on the giveaway right now by hitting exclamation dice in chat. Exclamation dice for this set of dark sapphire and silver, lightly sparkling, lightly translucent. There it is, man. You must be 18 or older to enter, of course, because it's going to be mailed to you. So you have to be old enough to actually get mail, you know, and then we'll send it anywhere in the world, I guess. Anyone can enter. Anyone under this criteria. I wish you could sub for 1 year at Ella's Patreon. A whole year of Blackwood Dice? A whole ass year? It'd be a lot of dice, dude. What do you need that many dice for? Sets for? What, you can turn to Blaze? I thought we would do this at the end of the stream. But Jacob said, nay, not so. Apparently, we're going for longer. I'm gonna need to do another advent calendar. Why? You already did one. What do you need more dice for, Seth? Yeah, that's true. That's true, Steel. You did. What do you not need that many dice for? I mean, I don't know, man. I get so many dice thrown at me by Ella when she's like, oh, I like this set, or it's the first time that I ever did this, or whatever. So this set's for you. And she keeps just giving me sets, man. There's a chance of that one set being in the kit that I kind of need it. This set, I don't know if it will be, actually. I don't know what sets she has planned for Advent Calendar, but the Advent Calendar is all the same sets for everyone, because she doesn't want anyone to feel like... She wants it to be like a consistent experience for everybody. So, and then, yeah, those of you who got Advent Calendars last year, you know all the other cool stuff that comes in them. So, first year you try getting another Advent Calendar, I relaxed. And you can just not open it for a year. Chromatic Flames 9-piece polyhedral dice set. Oh, Chromatic Flames. Oh, shit. Alright. I'm obsessed with Chromatic Flames. I think it was in last year. No, it wasn't in last year's. It was in the... Wait, year before? No. How many years of Advent Calendar has this been? Is this year number 3 coming up here? Every PC needs to have his own special set. Here, special NPCs. You know, for the Astral Sage class, I am going to be getting Ella to make me a special set of Astral Sage dice. Because they'll need up to 8 D6s. And also make sure no one gets double sets. Yeah, true. True. Alright, 2 minutes on the timer. 2 minutes on the clock. And thus concludes the Ella Blackwood sponsor segment. Yeah, Roval, the Astral Sage is a The Astral Sage is a class that I'm building for that's pretty much exclusively, like, the lore for it is exclusive to Teleria. So I've got a ton of, like, we did a ton of math yesterday to figure out how their cantrip casting works. But they're going to be kind of like a full caster with an opportunity to do a variant Astral Knight where you can basically do your spell casting through your blade. They use these, like, magical runes that are basically kind of like very important lore points within my setting. I just got to get I don't know, I wanted to run by our D6 breakdown again with Thorkin here today to see what he thinks about it, because we made some pretty good some pretty big I guess commitments to the class yesterday. 1 minute left. Part red mage, part warlock. I mean, not really much in the warlock. They don't really have a pact or anything. How to describe it? They're kind of they're sort of a class where you can do a lot of things, like, well, nothing the best, but you can make a lot of decisions. So I'd say maybe even closer to a sorcerer, like some sort of rune powered sorcerer or whatever. But their cantrip's cool because their cantrip, they can divide it as shielding, or like they only get one cantrip cast, but you can divide it as shielding or healing. You can augment it to do AoE. You can augment it to do AoE shielding. There's a lot you can do. I made 8d6 sets already. Made a mold. If you can do like an Astral Sage, like, blue set for me, Ella, that would be sick. All right, 14 seconds. Or else D100. Yeah, fair. I want to see it, Thorkin. On experiment. Yeah, kind of like the same blue as the Shattered Sea. But like not with the clouds, more with, like, I don't know. Okay, the winner of the Dark Sapphire set that Ella made is, oops, the illustrious, the probably, let's face it, been here trolling for the last 3 hours, the always correct about their D&D opinions, except for that one time they said that they thought that tieflings should have their horns coming out of their forehead instead of the top of their heads, because that was dumb, but that's okay, we're forgive them anyway. And that is, of course, Mapache Guapo. Sorry, the bubble. I hit it twice. Mapache Guapo. Mapache Guapo. Congratulations, Guapo. Congratulations, buddy. You are the winner. You get one set of Blackwood dice. Though, let's face it, they're going to sit in your mail for an entire year and a half, and you won't even know. So, can't wait to get this box, Kappa. Okay, dude. Okay. All right. Congratulations, Guapo. Guapo, please make sure 2 things. Remember, you have to be over 18 to enter. And because I'm mailing something to you. And then give me an address anywhere in the world through via Discord DMs, and I will mail it off to you. It's okay. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Congratulations, Guapo. Congratulations on your set of Blackwood dice. Also, has been here. Officially, wait, give us officially as a gift to Miss Bazaar when she visits Europe next year. All right. Pog. You have to get it before next year, though. Okay. Close. All right. Congratulations. Congratulations. Boom. Hold on until then. No, you won't. You'll keep them in your mailbox. Guapo's obviously not 18. Please pick me. Well, listen, if I find out Guapo is just some kid, if I find out Guapo is just some kid on his, like, parents' internet in Latvia or whatever, just with, like, an Adidas tracksuit sitting on, like, a cardboard box or whatever, I don't know. I'm gonna be pretty upset. Getting me to mail things to random parts of the world, you know? It's gonna be troll, and I'm gonna be unhappy about it. I think I have 24 boxes of stuff sitting in the US. Why don't you go open them? What? Open them! If he's a kid, holy shit, he's a good voice changer. That's true. Almost as good of a voice changer as Fishies, but you know, that's impressive. I wonder, like I kind of just want to be there, at least like on Discord or something or whatever, when Guapo opens his, like, just backlogged months of Patreon and giveaways and mod appreciation stuff and just everything whenever it happens. So congratulations, Guapo. You are the winner. And damn, bro. There it is, man. But yeah, I need Ella to create a set of 8d6. Or wait, sorry. 66. 66. Because 66 is an average of 21 damage single target. That's what we were doing. So yeah, 66 Ella. And you need to make like an Astral Sage set or whatever that has a full set of dice but instead of 1d6 it has 6. And like maybe no, actually 2d20s is fine. Yeah. The mail people messaged me about it. What did they say? Sir, you have too much mail here, and it's all from some weirdo in Canada. There's boxes and envelopes and letters all addressed to someone, and they all smell like maple syrup and Cheetos dust. You're not sending it back yet because if they leave my package more than 7 days, post office, return to sender here. It sucks. Yeah, I get a lot of stuff returned to sender from Patreon and stuff. I never used to get stuff, but like returned. But since I started like Patreon and sending stuff, I randomly will get something like a month and a half after I sent it returned back with just like a did not or could not be delivered or whatever message or sticker on it. And it's kind of annoying because I have to send it back. It's like, but it's annoying for them too, so it's annoying for everybody. I don't, you know. How do I acquire dice commissions? You message Ella. Ella has been accepting dice commissions for the last couple of weeks, or no, since your convention was finished. You've gotten like what, 4 commissions? Was the monk ever sent? The monk? What monk? Oh, the print? It should have been in one of your Patreons, right? It should be in one of the envelopes with it. Like April or June, or I don't know. Because May, there wasn't a Patreon for May. But yeah, it was. I gave it to Ella and she put it in with one of your Patrons. They said, listen, bitch, half of our warehouse is full of degenerate hobbies. Please come up and pick it up before we start charging you more. That's rough. I relate to it. I understand because we hear that from other people. I don't trust my country's postal service. Yeah, a lot of people, like, I'll send things across the world sometimes to like Asia or South Africa or like Eastern Europe, and sometimes people get it, sometimes they don't, you know. Maybe it was a little check. Yeah, it was put in with Patreon, I think. 80 subs to DFI Una. We're not DFIing Una. The 420 goal is a meme. All right, this entire thing, Victus, is a meme. Okay, we don't need to DFI Una. The whole subathon is a meme. I mean, like, look, if it happens, it happens, but it's not like we're trying to shoot for a goal. I'm not like, oh, come on, guys, we just need a couple more subs, and then we're DFIing my fucking dog in my game. Like, we're gonna have to paint a spirit shrine of her or something somewhere off in some island as an Easter egg that you can go find. Like, if you're DMing a game, you can send him to the shrine of Una, the dog spirit or whatever, where she's like a guardian of some sort of fountain or something, where she's chewing on whatever it is. I don't know. You don't have to DFI Una, right? Can't get someone else to pick it up. Store it safe somewhere. I think Guapo is getting it. Safely store it somewhere. Victus, okay. Thank you, Victus, for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you, I appreciate that. I appreciate it, my friend. That is unnecessary and I'm unworthy of it, but I appreciate it nonetheless. That is extremely generous. Thank you for conscripting 5 people, saying, hey, you're now part of the Dragon's Claim. Sorry if you didn't want to be. You're screwed. You're just part of the Dragon's Claim now, you know? It's over, bro. So thank you for the 5 gifted subs, though. I appreciate it. You guys don't have to throw any more subs or anything like that. Like y'all have been more supportive than I possibly could have deserved over the subathon. The subathon was supposed to be kind of a joke. I was coming back, like, I don't think I'm a big enough streamer to actually run like a good subathon, right? Like, you know, where you're like alive 24/7 for like 3 weeks or whatever. So the subathon was like supposed to be like kind of a joke of like, oh, I'm just gonna do some marathon streams when I get back, so I can stream for like 12 hours a day and do some big projects like character giveaways. And we did we read Atari's story yesterday night and stuff like that. So, but y'all don't have to fucking, y'all can chill, all right? What's up, Meegs? What's going on, bro? How you doing? Thank you, though. If it happens, it happens, though. I mean, I thought it was kind of obvious that it was a meme, you know, when it was like 420, but maybe I don't know, a little bit late due to the Korean overlords. You've been playing Lost Ark? Yeah, I get it. Wait, there's some kind of advertising laws. Look, if it happens, it happens. I just wasn't expecting it. I didn't expect I'd be live this long. I was expecting to come back for a marathon stream for Tuesday because I had 12 hours on the timer. I thought that we'd be live for a little bit on Wednesday. Come on, dude. Okay. The bubble. Thank you for the gifted sub. I appreciate it. Thank you for throwing the gifted sub you got from Jacob forward to the community. I appreciate it. For Space Kitty Face, welcome in and thank you. I appreciate that. Definitely don't have to do that though. I am just pleased that anyone showed up to the subathon and we had some fun and spread some dank memes. So, but thank you for joining the Dragon's Claim. As a member of the Dragon's Claim and as a gifter in the Dragon's Claim, you are now conscripting one more person to be a adventurer in our guild. So thank you, man. You listen to the Eldar Academy of Art music piece? Oh, is it was it did you post it under? Was that the link? Yeah, we can listen to it. Was it done by Dashto or is it something you wrote? You said something about Dashto and Guapo, and I wasn't sure what that like meant. If it was something you guys composed together or what? You did it? Oh shit! Wait, actually, hold up, Thorkin. This is something you composed? All right, where is it? Where is it? Eldara Academy. Bow. Oh, you think Dash and Guapo heard it? Okay. Tree stream safe unless the instruments are copywritten by some 500-year-old dead musician. That's fine. It sounds straight from a video game. All right, let's see. All right, Thorkin did this yesterday, or did this for his piece that we reviewed yesterday. This is when an artist takes it seriously and the artist demands to create music for his paintings. This is what we get. Come here, Yuna. We got video game music. I like it, man. What do you think, Yuna? Oh, you have no idea. You can't hear it, can you? It's very grand. It's very, very, very in tune with the knighting of the Griffin Knight, the Griffin Rider. Hold on. Let me get the painting up. Oops. No, wrong one. Yuna, stop looking at me. Stop it. There it is. It's for this piece that Thorkin did. Yuna. This is sick, dude. Like, actually, bro. Yuna, be good, okay? You just sit still during the performance. I feel it. The majesty. The regality. Stop trying to lick me. Sit and be good and listen to the majesty, Yuna. Can you listen to the majesty? Oh, she just burped at me. This is fucking sick, bro. How long did it take you to do this? Damn. Thorkin, I didn't know you actually composed something for your piece. That puts you ahead of basically everyone else in the guild hall, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, like, realistically, how many people are making music to go along with their, like, a full day? Okay, nice. You've been grinding, man. You've been grinding away the art skills. You've been grinding away the music skills. I'm impressed, man. I'm actually impressed. Like, that shit's hard to do, man. It's not easy to to even start unit. Stop working. There you go. You can have that end. It's not easy to start learning, you know, painting for one, but then you're starting your music journey as well. Man, you and Dashter, I'm gonna be mooching off you guys to do music for shit, so that you can be my John Williamses while I'm attempting to be scuffed George Lucas. Yeah, he's fucking sick, dude. Hold up. Why is my disc or my Streamlabs or OBS? Oh, whoops. Okay. All right, we're good. We're good. So yeah, Astral Stage should be ready for playtest soon. I decided that I'm just going to give it to the guild, and whatever you guys do with it is great. And if y'all play it, and that's awesome, cool. And if not, that's cool. And because there's no way that I can know if certain things are balanced or imbalanced based on whether or not, you know, I'm playing it, because I will balance naturally for my own games. So like, you know, one thing that was sort of brought up as a concern is like, if you have the opportunity to heal as an Astral Sage, do you feel like you are stuck healing every single turn? If you have like healing or shielding on a cantrip. But I don't think so. I think that in most gameplay situations, you'll pretty much have like a fairly open opportunity to do both, especially because you can divide your turn up however you choose to do healing and shielding. But that's kind of, I don't know if it makes up for not having any other cantrips. Maybe we'll give her Astral like cantrip some like extra effects, like you can forego the d6 dice to do damage or healing in order to like, I don't know. I need cool effects, all right? Designing class is hard, and the Astral Sage is no, like, I feel like martial classes are easier to me. They make more sense, you know? At the end of the day, you're trying to hit it very hard. It's like, I played Hearthstone, I remember that card, the raid leader said hit it very hard, I said sure, and that's what I've done for the Astral Sage, or for most martial classes. But doing a spellcaster class is like, kind of rough. Maybe even like half casters are easier, because you balance so much around your actual attacks, and like you can balance around your mobility, but like mobility as a caster I feel like is really difficult to balance, because it's like either really OP and strong or kind of like you'd never even use it, right? Maybe we'll just like playtest stuff, and I'll ask people like, hey, do you wish you had more mobility here? Or do you wish you had this or that? Or did you use this or make use of that? But I kind of feel like I'm doing like playtests or asking people if they want to playtest the class. I kind of need to be running them in some ways. So I'm sort of feeling kind of like I should run games in the Discord. But that's a lot. That's a lot of commitment of time. Especially if it's like, I'm curious about the combat aspect of the Astral Sage, and I'm running a game that's like very narrative and stuff. PvP playtest on an arena map. I could do arenas, I guess. I could do like, what I could do is, it'd be kind of fun to do an arena playtest, right? Where I have, it's like you can like be part of a tournament. You're part of some sort of like in-game tournament, and today's tournament is level 2. Today's little tournament is level 4, and like test the Astral Sage along with other classes in these tournaments to see how it feels, to see how it plays. But I wonder how many of one class do you think you can have in a party before your playtest becomes kind of invalidated? You know, because if you have like a party of 6 and they're fighting some giant creature or whatever, the party kind of needs to be balanced, right? Because you can't have, like, if you like playing with 5 clerics, it's just not gonna work. So I'd have to say, like, okay, 2 people get to like roll, 2 people of the 6 get to roll if they want to try and beat Astral Sage, and you know, slam it if you get it. But if not, could you please play something else, like one of your other characters, or make a character that's like this level, and we'll see. Probably 2. You could probably do a 2 in one class, right? That would be that.
Edge the timer, edge the timer, edge the timer.
Fishy, haven't been here for the last hour, have you? Thank you for the 200 bits, Fishy. I appreciate it. I should just start playing, Fishy. We should start playing one-on-one D&D, and as soon as the timer's over, the game. As soon as the game dies, the characters die. Runa dies. It's over. Meme and DM is a good resume. My options. Okay, hold on. What do we got? Let's see. So, what I'm gathering is there will be an opportunity to play test. I see. You're going now. You're just dropping 200 bits and going? You're just coming here trolling drive by and okay, all right. Thank you, Fishy. Thank you for 200 bits. I appreciate that. That's very generous for you. Thank you. Thank you, Fishy. You didn't have to do that, but thank you. God damn. All right, Thorkin, fine. Wool Arena. I'll roll, like, maybe I'll do like arena like once a week or whatever for whoever wants to play in it. And I'll get like, I'll like plan it for Saturday morning or something. And then on Friday during the day, I'll have people who want to play a Sage like roll, and whoever wins gets it. And like, I don't know, maybe it's something like if you get it and you don't get to play Sage, but you want to play Sage, then you get to do it the next week or the week after or whatever. Do you have like a queue system in combat? And get as many people playing the Astral Sage as possible. What I want though is I want other people running the arena. So like I want somebody else as DM as well, because I want to see, I don't just want people to be running Sages and playtesting them against me and my monsters. Because like what if I do a lot of things in combat. Let's say if I favor like certain like movement impairment effects, right? Like I like to like have like the skeletal overlord like chain up the party. They have to like break their chains or whatever, something like that. And that's something, the mechanic that I just like inherently do all the time. Then I worry that I worry that if it's like balanced for that or not, then it'd be a bad example. Commentary, yes, we need arena commentators. We need to host this like an esports event. I want to bring the toxicity and the malding of the fans of esports into D&D somehow. PvP, yeah, I guess. Can we get a Discord role for arena champion? Yes, you can be the arena champion. PvP. So, do you think PvP is actually good, like useful for playtesting a class? Like, do you think there's any use in playtesting in PvP? Where you're like, okay, well, wow, this is really balanced. It's narratively interesting, but how does it do in PvP? Like, I imagine there's like 3 guys at Wizards that are just like, anytime we do anything, new class, subclass, whatever, we'll just balance it in PvP as well. We need Brian Holinka. Or needs the EBA Secret Labs chair. Yeah, when is the Eldara Secret Labs chair gonna come out? It would be like white and gray with the Eldara logo in like black right up here with like gold stitching. I know exactly what the Secret Labs chair would look like too. That's the thing. That's the problem, is that it wouldn't be, release it. Wait, release what? The Secret Labs chair? I can't. Steph, do you have an in on Secret Labs? Can you talk to somebody there? Because I'll do it, PewDiePie got his own chair. I'll get my own chair. I'll be the one who has no idea what is going on and is doing their nails and eating the whole time. That's... What kind of esports have you been watching, Blaze? Like... The fuck kind of esports are you watching? Playtesting, honestly, yes, is a good way to compare with other classes. So maybe 1 Astral Sage per team of 2 to 3. Ooh. Dueling is a bad idea, right? There's no way that we can balance with dueling, right? There's just no way that dueling is a good idea. You're like Astral Sage versus Barbarian. It's just not gonna happen. But also, I worry at higher levels that Sages would just use their rune slots, because the way that I want spellcasting, like spell slots, to work for Astral Sages, I want them to have them, as they grow, they are able to do more complex like runic calculations. So they get more and more rune slots. So it's not levels of spells, but it's spells that cost certain runes, right? So as you progress, you learn, blast and pump and Healy Boy and your mom and Explosion. And it's like you can't use Explosion until you get your 4th rune slot. And then at that point in time, you could use Explosion all at once if you want all this damage at once, but like one explosion needs to be less than like 4 blasts, right? It needs to be a powerful spell, but I want the decision to be an interesting one if you were to use up like all your spell slots at once. Because I've always thought that was interesting, because there's not really any D&D classes that can do it like that, where you completely negate your spell casting for the rest of the day until the next long rest for one holy shit spell. But I like the idea of a class having basically an alt. Like the players in my last game, they actually experienced Rose's alt, which is more or less her calling down a fucking star shard meteor on a location that just annihilated everything that was inside of it, and then Rosa fell down on the ground and needed to be carried. But that was you don't fall down on the ground and need to be carried when you use your runic slots, but thematically for Rosa it made sense. So I don't know what kind of spells we could do that would be like interesting spells, that because like we have all of origination magic to work with. Like I want somebody to help me build the spells that's familiar with the Titans in World of Warcraft, because that's the kind of vibe I want, is like untapped origination power, you know, the ability to do a lot of different things, like to repair, to you know, flesh, to rebuild materials, to destroy things, to disintegrate things, to dissolve. I want everything to feel spacey and have that like astral sort of feel, and be kind of loosely fantasy sci-fi, but you can't do as much as, like, you can't play the party healer, you know, you can't play, like, you're not going to do as much damage as a wizard, for instance, but you can kind of do everything. That's why I balanced the cantrip around Firebolt, and so it's in between Firebolt and Sacred Flames, because Sacred Flames at level 17 does an average of 18 damage. Firebolt at level 17 does an average of 22 damage. Astral Cantrip, which we don't have a name for it yet, will do an average of 21 damage, or an average of 21 shielding. And I don't think that the 21 shielding is like that big of an issue. Like, I don't know, Thorkin, what do you think about this? Ashley suggested that there might be a meta created where if you can shield every turn, that you're going to want to shield. Now the shield only lasts for one turn. It only lasts until the beginning of your next turn. So she was worried, and this kind of put this in my head, that there's a chance that you would like be forcing a player into like feeling like they have to heal every single turn or whatever. I don't know. I'm only planning to have you make many boxes, Evan. Why do I have to help her make boxes again? I helped her make so many boxes last time. Oh. I missed it. Fuck. I was talking about sages. Oh shit. There's a barbarian that shields in a similar way. They made it to an aura to avoid people just spamming it. Can they shield other players? You're a free elf. How many hours have I streamed? Restart at 12 hours? How many hours have I streamed? Hold on, Twitch.tv/Evan Blair Art. How long? How long was the stream? Let me go to my VODs. Didn't quite hit our sub goal, boys. We didn't deify Una. Thank fucking God. How many hours? One sec. Recent broadcasts. Recent videos. There we go. So we have 8.5 hours. All right. Plus 9.5 hours. So what is that? 18 hours plus 12 hours. So 30 hours. 30 hours of subathon plus today. 33 hours. 33 and a half hours. Dude, that is okay. If I stream average of 4 hours, so it's 4, 8, 12, 16. So we streamed in 1 week the average of 2 weeks versus of full streams. That was fucking awesome. Holy shit, that was so much fun, man. Thank you guys for coming to my subathon. God damn, man. We did so much. We did so many cool things. We did character designs, we did class building, we made characters, we did lore, we memed with friends of mine came on. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Fishy. Thank you, Faye, for all coming to my stream. Thank you, Ella. Thank you, mods, for Yuna. Stop crying at me. I'm not holding your chew for your. Okay, all right, fine. Thank you, mods, for everything. Thank you, everybody who contributed. Thank you for everyone who kept me company during this. God damn, man. Hold on. What? Excuse me, young lady. Excuse me, young lady. Yeah, you run away. Excuse me. Okay, hold on. I want to see what Thorgan said real quick about this. When the effect is activated, each creature your choice in aura gains 2 temporary hit points. An icy spirit. Wait. Universe is suffering temporary points. Interesting. So it's just an aura then. Well, I don't know. If you can spam, I wonder if it would be too spammy. I don't know. You can sleep? Yes, you can sleep, Busy. I did subathon, it was a lot of fun. Next time I'll get you to 100 hours. No, dude, please. This was supposed to be like a little bit of a meme, just like a quick thing, like, oh, Evan's doing subathon, but I didn't expect to be live this long. Next time, sleep on stream. Sleep on stream? Yeah, it is my dad's birthday today, Jacob. I'm gonna have to. I was gonna have to end stream in about 2 hours anyway to go to dinner for that but so it wouldn't have been a full 8-hour stream or 8 to 12 hour stream today. It would have been probably like a 6 or 7 hour stream today. But yeah, man. Depends, bonus HP can't stack, so I don't know. Yeah, it would be through temp HP, Torkin. Go there, have a drink with your father. Yeah, I will. I'll be leaving for that in a couple of hours to go see him. So happy birthday, Mr. Blair Art. Yeah, thanks, Victus. Thanks, bro. Well, holy shit, man, that was a lot of fun. We played our 1v1 D&D game with Ella. She recruited Fishy like a coward. Fishy and her argued about whether or not they were going to burn down the well, everything, to be honest, at that point. So I guess I'll be live on Tuesday. I was worried I'd have to be live through the weekend, man. It's like, holy shit. If I'm live for the weekend, then I can't say I'll be live on Tuesday. No one will care because it's just I'll be live tomorrow because it'll be Monday. God damn, bro. Thank you guys. Thank you for all the support. I really, it's kind of it's like half a meme and half serious to do a subathon, but I really am stunned by the support that you guys show me. Streamers my size shouldn't be able to do this as often as I do it. Like, honestly, if it wasn't for, sometimes you gift a couple of subs, or like you cheer a couple of bits, or you show up to the stream for a little while and you think like, is this really making a difference? Is it really like, you know, is it really doing it, like helping the streamer out or whatever, or is it just kind of like a fun little thing or whatever? But like, honestly, without the choice, the individual choice that many of the people in the guild make to support me, there's no way I could do this for as long as I do every week. I wouldn't be able to build Eldara. I wouldn't be able to make cool stuff for D&D. I wouldn't be able to make art. I wouldn't be able to support myself. I wouldn't be able to support Ella while she's, you know, like sick and not able to work. I wouldn't be able to do any of this without you guys supporting me. So I hope you understand that a choice to just be here, or a choice to gift a sub, or a choice to go to my Patreon, or a choice to, you know, get a commission when they're open, or to support Ella, it really does make a massive difference. And like, if one day just like everyone decides to stop, then it's just like the journey's over kind of thing. But I'm amazed and honored and humbled that you guys allow me to do this for as long as you do. So thank you. I hope I'm going to try and be a better streamer this year. I feel refreshed after my 2 weeks off. Ready to go. So thanks, man. Thank you, Aduria. I really appreciate that. I appreciate the bits. I appreciate you being here. Yuna, shut up. All right, I'll play with you in a bit. Yeah, thanks. Like really, thank you guys. I mean, it's fuck. It's just not. It's never lost on me. Anytime anyone chooses to drop 100 bits, or to drop a sub, or to show up at Patreon, or like you have no idea how much it helps me as a streamer, as a person able to do this, to just like show up to stream, to like a video, to like a Twitter post. It does so much that I always look at it every single time, and I don't just see like, oh, 16 people liked your post. I click on it and I look who every single person is that liked a Twitter post. You know, I remember every single person I see in chat. I remember, like, it means a lot. So thank you guys. Thank you for allowing me to do this. Thank you for keeping me floating. Thank you for giving me a chance to grow and hopefully make something that I want you guys to all be very proud of Eldara. And I want you to want to play things. I want you to want to play the Astral Sage. And I want you to want to go to Eldara with your friends and have an adventure there, because I want it to be worthy of your adventures. I don't just want it to be something cool that I'm doing that, like, hopefully you play with. I want it to be something worthy of your stories. You know, like Atari decided that my setting was worthy of one of his amazing stories, and he wrote it, and we read it on stream last night, and it was awesome. And that's such a deep, humble honor to me. So when you guys get a chance to play in Eldara, if you want, or with things from Eldara during certain classes or whatever, I really want to make it like worth your while. Like all of this time you spend here, everything, I wanted to make it worth your while. So thank you guys. But Subathon's over. See, it says it right there. It's over. It's over. The counter's done. You can go home. It's done. No more Subathon. So, you know, that's where it ends. I'm gonna go sleep for a bit and then work, because I gotta do lots of work still. I didn't quite finish everything I wanted to for my weeks off, so I still got stuff to do over the weekend. I'll be working really hard over the weekend after I get home from well, I'll go hang out with my dad in a couple of hours. We're meeting up at a certain point.
This is by far the most bittersweet moment I've had in your community.
Thank you, Steph. Thanks for the 100 bits. I appreciate it. So, guys, until next time, my friends, have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of your weekend. I will see you all on Tuesday, and hopefully we'll have some class mechanics to really dive into. So I'm gonna need a lot of help. I am actually gonna need help on Tuesday. We're gonna have mechanics and art, and it's gonna be laid down hopefully in a more formal way, and I'm gonna need you guys to give me some serious opinions on the Astral Sage. So we'll do that on Tuesday, but for now, have a great rest of your weekend. Have a great rest of your Friday. Until next time, my friends. Farewell.